I love the premise of the show. Smart people talking about dumb shit.
I think it's dumb people talking about smart shit. Oh, we go where we not supposed to go, baby.
The Brilliant Idiots Podcast.
Yep, Charlamagne the God.
Andrew Schultz.
We are the Brilliant Idiots Podcast, and this week's episode is brought to you by Squarespace. From websites and online stores, the marketing tools and analytics, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to build a beautiful online presence and run your business. There are no hidden fees or price hikes, and all websites are optimized for mobile. And it's so simple. Start with a design template and use drag and drop tools to make it your own. Head to squarespace.com/idiot for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use the offer code IDIOT to save 10% off your first purchase. Now let's start the show. Big Hezzy is here, of course.
What's up, baby?
Tramp Lactus is here.
Tramp
Wax.
I saw the title for last week's episode. What
You never heard of Galactus?
No.
Galactus is...
Oh,
He's a villain in the Marvel universe. He goes around devouring planets.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Wax does to women. He goes around devouring women, ruining lives.
That's not true.
And so he's Tramp Lactus.
Now he's ruined his own life.
Don't tell him nothing. That's what...
It happens.
Now you ruin
At the
your
end
own
of the
life,
day,
bro.
if you go through something, if you praying and you paying your tithes and offerings, whatever I go through is all God gonna bless me anyway. So
I can't
No,
wait
not this time.
I can't wait till you meet God.
I can't wait till you meet God. Me either. I
can't wait.
You think I've been
So he
calling
can tell you
somebody
how
all this
stupid
years?
your logic is,
No.
bro. He gonna sit you. Did you really believe that dumb shit?
What are you
This is what he's
talking
gonna
about?
do. He's gonna sit down and he's gonna go, did you really believe all that dumb shit
Talk
that you
to him,
What,
man.
that I have that you I
You
put
think
you on
a
a
couple
journey?
tithes makes it okay?
Yes. I'm paying tithes and
Tithes?
offerings.
You think God invented tithes?
You think that he wants detergent? God don't care about detergent.
Clean your life, bro, not your clothes.
Well, I pay my tithes and offerings. That's for my financials, and I pray to God and I ask God to always bless me and guide me. So whatever happens,
He's not
in that
guiding you
day,
right now.
Why he not guiding me?
He's
How
not
you
guiding
know
you right
he's
now.
You don't want guidance,
that was not a godly decision.
I think that was.
No.
I felt it in my heart. Anything I feel in my heart, I just go ahead
You
and
did
do.
not feel hard. That was your ego. Your ego was wounded.
Well,
That ain't
my
got nothing to do with
my
heart.
ego got hit by my heart.
That was the what?
Made perfect sense to him.
Yeah.
that voice you hear is our guy Steelo Brim.
Yeah. Yes.
You know, a guy that's made about 35, 40 million. Sitting on the couch.
At least.
Sitting on the couch.
I'm broke.
Don't talk that into existence. Don't talk that.
Steelo Brim.
broke, man.
Steelo, you done made some M's off ridiculousness. Cut it out.
Some M's.
Yes,
We've
yes.
been doing it forever.
Yes. Blesses.
40?
I'd be a bad businessman if I ain't make no M's.
Yes, yes.
But not
yes,
40.
Yes.
I don't-
40's
I don't
crazy.
think I made
It's a
no
lot.
40 M's. No.
God bless Rob Dyrdek. Shit.
40 sounds crazy.
How are you though, brother?
I'm doing really well, man. I'm doing really well.
Good to see you, man. What you doing in New York?
I was there filming a movie. And,
Really?
Yeah. A little Netflix film.
Dope.
Finishing that up and then just been doing press, man, popping around.
What's the Netflix film? Or can you talk about it?
I don't even know. I mean, they announced it, but I don't know if I've announced that I was in it. So, I don't know. It's a little film, though.
Which
Can
one?
I talk about it? I don't know.
Have they announced it already?
Yeah,
They
just
announced
talk
it.
about
It's
that
with,
shit.
It's with Gabrielle Union. It's called The Perfect Fine. It's coming out.
Dope.
Lala's in it. Yeah. It's all
Okay.
Yeah, Keith Power stars in it.
Dope.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dope. Congratulations,
Thank
man.
you, man.
Well, listen, Steelo got to get in where he fit in because we got a lot to talk about this week.
Let's
man.
do it.
Yeah, let's go. Shouts to Lala, bro.
Salute to Lala,
She got
She be
man.
working
wagon,
up-
bro.
Yeah.
Man, stop, man.
She does, dude. It was
Stop,
crazy,
man.
bro. No, it was
Stop,
crazy,
man.
dude.
Stop, man.
She was in that film that I did, and I saw it, and I was just like, "That's fucking
Lala is a
stupid."
beautiful woman. That's the homie right
No,
there.
she's also beautiful.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
she
yeah, yeah.
also has that other part. That
And no, all jokes aside,
wagon.
Lala is literally one of the most amazing people I've ever met in my life. Just
No,
as a human.
That is also true.
Yeah.
That is, but that's also true. Like two
We
things
hear
can
you.
be true. Like I hear
yes,
everything
yes,
you're saying,
yes,
and like
yes.
kind, compassionate, empathetic, like a
Blessings.
beautiful person. But also, she has some retarded shit that's falling off the back of her ass.
She would take that. By the way, she would take that as a compliment.
She would.
No, she absolutely would. She
of
would. She
course,
would.
100%.
Nah, she would. Salute to Lala.
So
man.
shouts to Lala, dude.
People forget I used to be on Lala's reality show
I
back in
remember.
the day. Way,
Y'all
way,
went on
way
a
back in
date
the
or
day.
something, didn't you?
No, not me and
that was
Lala.
another one.
Nah, didn't you guys go on a date on the show?
That was
It was
another
like
No.
a fake date.
No, that was when I did SWV's reality show. Me and Lily went on it. I was just a lot of homies. I used to be around Lala all the time. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I just was always on the show. I was one of her lesbian friends. So, listen, for real, it was me, Poe,
Basically,
Dice. It was.
Miss Patrick.
Salute to Poe and Dice. Listen, positively brilliant. What a fucking idiot, man. We have to talk about this backlash. And I don't even know if shit be backlash anymore. I just think it just be a couple people on social media who be having a difference of opinion and they just be mad about certain things and everybody acts like what they say is so true. Why are people mad about what Kim Kardashian said?
She said work hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are people, what am I missing?
Why would you not be mad about what she said?
Why would you be?
Because they come from, it's the wrong messenger. It's not the wrong message.
No.
It's like working hard is for everybody. We all can all agree on that.
So you won't talk to a drunk pastor?
No, it's more about the actual messenger and them coming from a family of hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars and telling people y'all
They
need to
didn't
work
come from a
harder.
family of $100 million.
Bruce
No, they
Jenner had
didn't.
$100 million before they ever got there.
Well, her dad was Robert Kardashian,
And he
the
also
lawyer.
had M's as well.
He had
before got
M's,
there.
but Kim has surpassed all of them financially.
She has. But also you had that money to base to actually work off of to get there quicker.
But you know what happens to people?
No,
who
they didn't.
doesn't have
She
it?
wasn't in their field.
No, but I mean, they had advantages. Everybody is going to have
Yes.
advantages, 100%.
But what's that got to do with what she said?
No, exactly. She was right. And I think what Steelo's saying is like, it's just maybe the wrong messenger.
Why? But them usually be the pill heads, though.
No, I'm gonna tell you why I respect what I'm gonna tell you why I respect what Steelo said. This is what I wish everybody would say.
What?
Just say you don't like Kim Kardashian,
You don't like Kim?
No, I like him. I ain't got no problem with Kim and her family.
but you just said it's the messenger.
It's the messenger. It's
So
like,
it's not the message.
if it came from Rihanna, you'd be like, oh, she came from Barbados. She a billionaire now. It came from
you
nothing.
know who got a wagon, bro?
Okay, I don't know how we got back here.
Bruce got a wagon now, bro. Stupid.
Wow.
Really? Stupid. I don't believe that.
I know.
Look it up, dude.
Bruce Jenner got a wagon?
Well, now Caitlyn
Jenner
is
got a
retarded,
wagon?
bro.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, that's why.
I would pull that
yeah.
up. I don't want to get sidetracked, but I need to see.
No, you gotta pull it up, bro. That's why he crashed
I'm
the
not
car.
gonna
He just
There's
came
no
from the
way he
surgery.
got a. He must have,
Don't even.
You know, after the BBL, you can't sit down and see normal.
Oh,
He's
man.
driving on his knees,
he must have
bro.
got that after track. Because you
yeah,
can't have a
after
wagon
track.
when you're doing track.
Yeah.
You would pick up that picture, jealous. you would get
Jealous
that picture,
much?
jealous.
Hold on, let's see. What,
You know what I mean? Just because you're not fighting with.
Caitlyn
look
got
at
a
that.
wagon?
Not one
Look
picture
at
with the
Look
wagon.
at that one in the white. Look
Yo,
at that
so
in the
men
white
get
bathing suit.
BBLs too?
She got the white woman wagon.
never seen them.
Nah.
I never seen them
Nah.
get that.
Come on.
Nah.
The WWW.
That ain't- I don't see no wagon.
The
I
VW.
don't see no wagon.
VW wagon.
don't see no
All right,
wagon.
see, so you don't understand, like, when I see all the rich kids, they usually pill heads. They got everything given to them. So them not the ones that you expect to go ahead and do things.
Yeah, no, for sure. But you also, if some rich dude came to you and told you, some dude you knew was just like, man, you know why you ain't making it right now? You just ain't working hard.
I'm going to listen because he's
I'm
rich.
gonna listen.
Nah, you not. You might
Why
tell him like,
wouldn't I?
yo, let me talk to your dad or whoever gave you that look.
That's not
But it
true,
all
though. You got to
depends
tell
on Kim works, though.
That's right.
I'm not saying Kim does not work. I'm not saying Kim does not work hard and that she's not actually good at what she does. I'm saying that from this family, the history they have and how they got there, us actually documented us watching them the full time.
20 years.
It's hard.
We watched
for you
them
to
make $1 billion.
listen to- We did watch them make $1 billion, but it's still hard for you to listen to Kim Kardashian.
It's not hard.
Like,
No, it's not at all.
Rob said that it'd probably be a little different.
Exactly. If it's so easy for them to make money, what's up with Rob?
I mean, how many billionaires we got in the family now?
Like two.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just straight hard work. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying it's the
Why
message.
Rob ain't do it then?
But all she let's play the clip. Can we play the clip?
I have the best advice for women in business. Get your fucking ass up and work.
There you go.
It seems like nobody wants to work these days.
That's so true.
You have to surround yourself with people that want to work. Have a good work environment where everyone loves what they do because you have one life. No toxic work environments. And show up and do the work. If you're the smartest.
What did she say wrong?
Everybody play
No
that
one
part.
did she say anything wrong.
Yes, they're acting like what she said was actually wrong. You can end it now, Taylor. They're acting like what she said was actually wrong. Here's the thing about work, too. A construction worker's work is going to look different than the work an attorney does in his office throughout the day. A person in the military that's working, their work is going to look different than the work a college student is putting in. There's people that are right now digging actual graves for a living who looking at us and don't think none of this is work. You know what I'm
Our
saying?
wives.
They think what we do is not work.
Our wives don't think this shit works.
I'll do nothing.
Man, what we was just talking to our guy,
Shit.
and I don't even know if I should say this. I'll say this. We
I'm
was talk-
exhausted. I come home exhausted. She's like, from what?
From what?
From hanging with your
Exactly.
boys?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Laughing all
Pushing
day.
the microphone away.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hard
That's
work.
work
Exactly.
to you?
The lights.
Yeah. You sit down all
The
day.
lights are hot. You don't get it.
We know somebody that works in radio right now. Their wife is a nurse. whenever the wife gets mad, the wife says, all you do is push buttons all day. I actually work. Work is different for everybody.
Yeah, what skill did you use?
That's
We all
Kim's
got hands.
field. For her field, she outworks everybody.
Yes.
And that's why she's in the position that she's in.
Yeah, I'll give her that. I just think that a lot of people chalk up her success as sucking Ray J's dick good. And then when you don't add that into the equation, I think a lot of people will go, hey, you're missing out a big part. Because what you've built this career off of fame, and that is what
she still had
catapults
to
you
do
into
work.
superstardom.
I push back. How many girls got sex tapes? There's a bunch of women out here with sex tapes.
Yeah, but they just ain't made $1 billion though.
Why not?
That's their
I mean,
fault.
I see the sex tape wasn't worth $1 billion though.
That's what I'm saying. So what does she have to do after the sex?
Nothing, huh?
So what does she have to do after the sex tape?
She had to do a whole bunch of work. Again, I'm not saying it's just all.
Did you just say she worked?
No,
she worked.
I said Kim worked.
I think the frustration, it's not about whether she works or not. The frustration is just, it feels to the average person. I think the average person is potentially hating on this, especially girls, because I imagine there's a lot of pushback from women. Is like, man, I could do that if I just suck dick. Which a lot of them couldn't.
They sucking dick, right?
A lot of them couldn't.
That's not true. You still got to put in the work after sucking the dick.
Yes.
True.
You got to make a sandwich.
There's guys out here that suck dick too. Because in the industry, they say if you suck some dick, you get to the top.
And some of them got to the top.
Not really. Not without the
I'm
work.
at the bottom,
Not
baby.
without the work.
You gotta have work. You gotta have work. Come here, Nyla. Come here. Get on. Come here. What'd you say?
Go right there to Alex.
It's Nyla Simone, NYLA. Big work ethic. Big work ethic, Nyla.
Go.
No, I don't feel like y'all should have even brought up the sex tape because that got nothing to do with the message that
I
she
agree.
was given. Like, and what I don't like is that men always bring up a woman's sexual history or sexual past when it comes to some shit that has nothing to do with anything. Like, it's like a bad grade on your report card. She has an A+. You got a fucking 4.0 GPA. She's a billionaire, but you over here talking about she sucked dick.
Let the record show, though. Let the record show. A lot of women came at her yesterday with that. A lot of women were coming at her saying,
guys
yeah,
don't
but you
care
came
about
off a sex tape.
We don't care.
Men don't care about Kim Kardashian ever.
No, he brought up what people were saying.
Yeah, the negative reaction, the backlash has come from women on the internet. It's not coming from dudes.
All I saw was women coming at her.
Yeah, we don't care.
I just think it's the representation. It's the person.
But the sex thing is important because if her career is based on the currency of clout, right? I don't want to be reductive, but if it's based on the currency of clout and fame for fame's sake, that is the thing that catapulted her into superstardom. So to cut that out of her success matrix is kind of unfair.
Yeah.
It's not like it's a stain on your report card in high school. It's like, yo, that was your rookie year. You're the all-star.
It's just part of the resume.
It is
part of the resume. Because of her line of work, because she's a reality show star, like Andrew said, because clout and fame is really what she's
part of it.
The currency,
famous for. It was part of that. That was the spark that got her popular.
It wasn't part of it, but she's already in the LA network scene. Like, she worked with Paris Hilton. She dated a lot of people in our culture. So I think one way or other, it would have happened.
I don't think so. Not like that. Y'all act like this happens all the time. The Kardashians have built a dynasty over 20 years.
You don't got a dynasty because of that tape. That's, I guess.
I agree with that.
So what you say about Stedman?
And maybe some people are overestimating how big a part it plays, but to act like we shouldn't even include it in the conversation, I think is unfair.
It's like an internship. Like you have to, if you talk about like somebody like Diddy, you have to talk about the time that he worked at Uptown Records as an intern.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You have to.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to.
And regardless of what Stedman do, he's still Oprah's man.
Okay, so for you guys all on the chair right now, when people talk about y'all accolades like, oh, you just got the Black Effect Podcast Network, you got a #1 morning show, people aren't going like, oh, but you remember Charlamagne used to date this person, or we seen him on the red carpet. But like nobody's doing
I ain't dating nobody famous.
Yeah.
And I don't have a popping sex tape. Now, I could have had a popping sex tape early on in my career. That shit was...
Okay.
I could have recorded that.
Talk to him, Sean.
I paid dues. I have trauma behind this shit. You hear me?
You got trauma.
All right? I have trauma behind this
That's
shit.
what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Speak on it, bro.
Please don't do that.
Hey, speak
Save
on
us
it,
all.
bro.
Save us all.
Yo.
And I'm only laughing to hide the pain.
That's what I'm saying. You want to cry.
Yo, let's talk about it, man. Let's get it off your chest.
No, never.
Come on, bro.
First of
It'll be a
all,
whole crying session.
and it's worth too much money. Why would I ever do that? Why would I ever do that here?
Time and place for everything.
Oh,
Exactly.
Okay. So when you have your Netflix documentary, like the Kanye shit, you're going to let it go?
Crying.
That's what I'm talking
I got
about.
the tears ready. It's gonna be those tears that come before I even say anything.
The trembling lip.
Yeah. Let's cut the
So what are you
commercial.
going to call
I need a moment. But Steelo, you've been in LA for a long time. How many people you seen just hanging around that don't turn into billionaires? For years.
A lot. I mean, yeah, a whole bunch of people. I mean, I don't think it's easy to become a billionaire. Again, I just think it's the messenger. I think it's like when Amber Rose went out for the slut walk. Nothing against Amber Rose. People, what Amber Rose was speaking about was all facts. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, we want to protect women. We want to protect sex workers. But people had a problem digesting that Amber Rose was the spokesperson for the slut walking women in general. So I think it's just people don't want to hear Kim Kardashian really
I wouldn't want
motivate.
Oprah doing a slut walk thing. I'd rather her to do it than Oprah.
Because I don't know if Oprah got the experience.
That's what I'm saying.
In
So
that
I'd rather
department.
her to be the one to do it.
Amber's speaking from experience. I don't
That's
know
what I'm saying.
if
So I'd
Oprah
rather her
did
do
not.
it than
Yeah, but
Oprah.
experience, but it's still her standing up and protecting women.
I
Even if you don't have
disagree,
experience
man.
or not, it's the right thing
I
to
think
do.
it's women.
I
even went after
disagree,
that.
yo.
Yeah.
That's why I always say this era would never let Malcolm Little become Malcolm X, because who else to speak about changing their life and evolving than somebody who actually did it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to hear. I want T.I. to go talk to the kids to tell them how to stay out of jail. I want Gucci Mane to go talk to the kids.
That's why I like the
to
drunk
tell them
pastor.
how to stay out of jail.
That's why I like drunk pastors or pastors that have been crackheads, because they actually really went through it. They're going to tell you the actual route.
They've
when
been
not to go.
saved.
They've been saved for real.
Yeah.
All them
They know the
goody
power of
two-shoes and
God.
Stuff like that.
Is that like a requirement? Like, yo, pastor got to be a crackhead?
He don't have to be a crackhead, but I would want him to have to go through something, at least a divorce or something. I want
You
to
got to know this beforehand? Before joining the church?
Maybe not. I mean, I always go for the message at the end of the day, but I know where that message came from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's different.
Wax is right. I don't need my people to have some type of trauma or have to have some type of struggle. But if I've seen them overcome it,
I'm going to
why wouldn't I listen to that individual? And I've never really got caught up in, messenger. I don't listen to the message because of the messenger. If somebody said some good shit, I'm just taking the good shit.
Oh, especially with money, it's like game gets passed down.
Yes.
So if it's like, if some families have money for, hundreds of years, you might want to talk to them and see why they still got money.
Yeah.
Because all I see is a family whose generations keep getting wealthier and wealthier.
Yeah.
Rob Kardashian was an attorney.
Yeah.
Right. Nobody in the family went into the law field. Right. Then
Kim a little bit.
Kim a little bit now. Right. And then they got into. Then Bruce Jenner came. None of them were athletes. So they took a whole different route and got popping. But even outside of Kim, I just want to know, what did she say wrong? Because if the only thing you can tell me that it's the messenger,
she's anything wrong.
That's silly.
It's like when a white dude offers advice for black people. Even if the shit is right, it's like, why are you telling black people what they should do?
Well, it depends what they say. Give me an example.
What they say?
I know. Before I agree with that.
Work hard.
Yeah, the same shit.
Y'all don't want to work no more.
It's the same shit. It is the same shit. It's the same shit. You know it is. You know it's the same shit.
It's actually
It's the same shit. Who's saying though?
But no, it's actually
That was an evil white laugh.
No. It's actually worse, and the pushback would be worse because then we'll bring up all the systemic racism and systemic oppression that has kept us from, growing and prospering. That's the whole pull them up by the bootstraps. Like, listen, at the end of the day, everybody has to work, but there's always going to be challenges for certain
There's certain people
communities.
you want to hear tell you to work hard.
Mm-hmm.
If Khaled can tell you, why wouldn't you listen?
But you kind of know it's a joke. Nobody buys in.
Yeah.
They're not doing an interview with like the actual scoring. Did you hear the music behind them? It was so serious. It actually made it worse.
Like,
Khaled's doing dances, being like, yo, we
exactly.
Like nobody's taking it serious.
Khaled performs way worse than they did.
We're not taking it serious.
Khaled sleep shames people. Khaled be like, you drooling on your pillow. I bet you drooling on your pillow right now while I'm doing the
What
work.
about that commercial, like, get up out of your seat, go to college, college commercial?
Yeah.
Khaled got on an elliptical machine for 3 years, sweating his ass off, with a Weight Watchers sponsorship, telling y'all to work hard, shouldn't lose a pound.
That is true.
And y'all got motivated, and nobody pushed back on Khaled not once.
Keys.
So who do we need to motivate us?
Diddy. And Diddy's another one.
Nah,
Diddy said, you don't work, you don't eat.
Yeah.
Period.
But it all depends on where you come from. Like I said, I don't mind a crackhead telling me. You know what I'm saying? Like I passed.
Telling us what now? Let's be specific.
I'm just saying, like, he told me to go to college. I shouldn't be out there selling drugs. I had a pastor in the house, my father. I had a sergeant in the house, my brother. You see what I'm saying?
Add context to the crackhead thing, though, because the reason you listen to the crackhead because he was a crackhead and he was telling you how not to end up like him.
I'm looking at his actual thing. I'm like, if he's telling me not to go that way, I shouldn't listen to him. But my brother and him telling me, like, don't do crack or don't be out here selling drugs and stuff like that. I'm like, I hear you, but I want to go try my own experience. My experience was this man right here. And I was like, I do not want to be that. Okay, you're right. I'm listening to you. So it all depends on who it is or what situation you in.
Yeah, I don't think she said anything wrong.
No, she didn't.
Not at all.
And it's just her. And what fucks it up, when you shoot down the messenger, you're actually shooting down the message in this situation.
You don't know who's God.
Because the message should be upheld. The message of, yes, work hard. And by the way, working hard doesn't always equate to success, but success is also subjective. Who are you comparing it to? You may not end up a billionaire like Kim K, but something good is going to happen. You know what I mean? You'll be able to make a living at least.
But I mean, it's a whole bunch of people who feel like they work hard day in, day out, have multiple jobs, who feel like their result is not $1 billion. So for that messenger to be telling you, work hard, you're not doing enough. It's like when Steve Harvey was on the show that one time being like, hey, billionaires and millionaires don't sleep. It's like, it's so toxic to tell people that. Because also people who have minimum wage jobs, who have multiple jobs, don't sleep.
But that's for
and they also don't have it. Yeah, it's for a lot of people. It's for the majority of people.
Even when you go to church, it's like that message is not for everybody. It's for that person that's supposed to hear it that day. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow might be for you.
No, that was for everybody. That was for the internet.
It is, but
we seen that.
If somebody took it in and somebody digested it, so whoever that was,
Courtney, we saw her. It was Courtney that did it.
Well, me too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Nyla, you agreed with it when you heard it.
Kim?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Monday motivation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Damn.
Whoever it was for, I don't care if it touched one person, it was for somebody. Tomorrow might be for somebody else. You might hear the crackhead say it or the cab driver.
And the Steve Harvey message is toxic just because telling people not to sleep is toxic as fuck. I can't believe we ever bought into that stupid shit.
Yeah.
Even when Nas back in the day
I don't
said...
think he meant actually sleep as going to bed. I'm thinking like just sleeping on your dreams, not moving.
Yeah, but when I was young, I really took that shit to heart.
Me too. I did too.
I was staying up all night for no goddamn reason.
Oh, I did too.
Anybody got time for that?
I started with music. I used to A&R. I used to think to myself, if I wasn't in the studio until 5 or 6 a.m., I wasn't working hard.
That's dumb. And by the way, we all subscribed to that when we was young. I stay up all night for what? Go get some goddamn rest so you can be more productive the next day. You know what I mean? You say you don't sleep now, Shows?
Yeah, I mean, not that much.
Why?
Because I'm working, man.
No.
I mean, I try to, but like, Steve Harvey got me. No, like I try to get like 6 hours or something like that. But yeah, it's tough. There's a lot going on.
Not me. I'm out. It's 24 hours in a day.
How many hours you sleep? You're up at 4 in the morning. You sleep 4 hours a night.
I be in bed by like 10.
Get out of here, bro.
Yeah.
10, 11.
I be in bed by like 10, yo.
Watching a movie or something.
Nah. I be in bed by like 10.
4 or 5 hours of sleep I do a day.
There you go.
I try to. That's cool.
I got to get at least 6.
Anything more than that is kind of wild.
No, it's not.
It's wild.
All day.
If I could get 8 a day, I would take that 8 a day.
I'm about to say 8 sounds amazing if you can get it.
Yeah.
I be sleep all day. I sleep too long. That's the mode I'm in now.
Because I think we all realize as we get older, the real thing is to work smarter and not harder.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Sure. Like, you know, and by the way, Steelo, you said something that's real. It is people working, you know, multiple jobs that will, you know, never see $1 billion. But the difference is it's the line of work that they choose to be in. I'm not knocking nobody for whatever, you know, line of work they choose to be in. Everybody works based off what field they're in. If you're in a business that is giving out, you know, that kind of money and you're putting in those kind of hours, you're going to get that kind of money out of it. If you're in a business that's paying mid-level salaries or even minimum wage, if you got 3 minimum wage jobs and you working,
that's on you.
You know, 80 hours a week, 120 hours a week, you're going to reap the benefits of that.
Yeah.
So it's just all about what field you're in.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's necessarily always choice and feeling like, oh, it's a field that chooses you. Like when you come from certain communities, certain environments, certain backgrounds, you feel like sometimes that job chooses you. Like you might not even have a real a chance to really chase your dreams. You know how expensive it is to chase your dreams? That shit ain't free. Like so for that person to come up and be like, work harder, you had the pleasure and the privilege of going to chase your dreams as well, of not having to be like, oh, this job chose me. You woke up and was like, I don't know if I want to work it.
Yeah, no, I
I'll
agree.
decide when I want to work.
I agree, but one thing that she said in that clip was all she said was work hard.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, not against it.
So whatever it is you're doing, whatever field you're in, just work hard at it. Now, the dream chasing thing is a whole different conversation because that, to me, that means that you have to decide what it is that you want to do. What is your purpose? You know what I'm saying? What is your passion? You know, what is your intention when it comes to certain, you know, lines of work? We all chose and to your point, some people don't choose. But for us in this room, we chose what it is that we wanted to do. And by the way, that don't mean it would have worked.
Yeah,
like, there's plenty of people that have been doing comedy for years. Schultz, that ain't selling out no arenas. It ain't selling no theaters, but I bet you they making a living.
Yeah.
I bet you they making a living. There's plenty of people who aren't nationally syndicated.
Success is subjective.
There's plenty of people who aren't nationally syndicated radio personalities, but they've been working in their market for 25, 30 years, and they've had a steady paycheck for 25, 30 years. That's successful to me.
If she said literally this, like, there are many ways to become famous, but to maintain your success, it takes hard work. If she literally just said that, like, you can become famous and successful because your parents did it for you. You can become famous and successful because you have a sex tape. You can become famous and successful because you work hard. But to maintain it, it takes undeniable work ethic and hard work, and that's what people aren't doing.
What about Stedman? Stedman just been Stedman because he's Stedman.
Stedman's an attorney. Stop saying that. That's not true.
So that's what I'm saying. Nobody else knows about that.
You don't know
knows about him being with Oprah. Did you know that about Stedman?
Yes.
I mean, I knew he was an attorney, but I don't know how much he really working.
I
don't know how much work he really doing.
Is he taking cases, bro? Like, what cases is he doing?
Yes. You heard of the case?
Bro, Stedman was putting in mad work.
I don't know what kind of
he doing, bro?
Somebody just told me something about somebody just told us something about Stedman. Remember we was with somebody?
It was Oprah.
Oh, remember we was in Dallas.
What happened?
Don't say the name. My people husband.
But what happened? I don't know what happened to
you
Stedman.
wasn't with me.
That's what I'm saying.
Never mind.
Listen. What type of attorney is he?
No, I'm not saying. All I know is Stedman. Put it like this: Stedman has been putting the work in for a long time. Okay. You think Oprah is just going to be attracted to somebody who wasn't putting in work?
But that's what I'm saying. It's like Stedman is right now.
I don't know. She might be into
with Oprah. Listen, Stedman being with Oprah is Kim Kardashian's sex tape.
First of all, I'm not gonna sit here and let y'all disrespect Stedman.
You said Stedman.
Y'all need to salute Stedman. You know why y'all need to? You know why y'all need to salute Stedman? Because Stedman ain't never been no clout chaser. Yo.
He ain't.
Stedman has been sitting next to one of the most richest women in America and ain't never searched for clout. Ever. That man is secure with who he is.
That bag is nice.
Because he got his own.
That bag is nice. He probably do got his own, but I promise you she drop another one on top of that.
But if he wasn't with Oprah, you think people know him?
Probably no.
That's what I'm saying.
No, what are you saying?
So you saying he only getting attorney work from Oprah?
Not attorney work, but just his clout and his things he did. I think I heard sex tape.
What has he done though?
You don't even know. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
That's my point. You saying what Stedman has done? What has Stedman done?
He's Oprah's guy.
No, I know he's an attorney. He's a businessman. He's an entrepreneur. He was that before he got with Oprah.
Man,
who knows that?
Who knows that? Fucking bio shit you see in girls'
It's the truth,
Instagrams.
though.
But nobody knows that's what I'm saying.
I don't know what you're saying.
Yo, he's a lawyer.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oprah is probably like, yo, what do you think about this deal? He could look it over.
Yeah.
But he ain't doing a 9 to 5 at some random law firm.
He was.
Before Oprah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not long ago that was.
But there's nothing wrong with that.
I hope when I'm that age, I ain't doing shit.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Yeah, like, I don't think we're being critical of Stedman. Like, do your thing, bro.
It was number one Google search.
Stedman?
What does Stedman do?
Oh, his first name is Stedman.
What did you think his name was, man?
That shit was his second name. That sounds like a second
Come on, click that.
name.
What kind of work does Stedman do? The first one.
Man,
No, it's right there. Under people also ask.
Gonna knock your dick in the dirt.
No, the other one.
About Oprah's long time.
Just click on what kind of work Stedman do.
That first drop.
There you go. Boom. Stedman Graham is an American educator, author, businessman, and public speaker.
See the last line? Keep reading.
He is the long-term partner of Oprah Winfrey.
You just made up his job.
He never even. No, you lawyer.
Yes, he is.
And you dragged me into this shit.
Wikipedia. Go to his Wikipedia, Taylor. This guy is crazy, man. All right, listen, time out. He received a bachelor's degree in social work from, what does that shit say? James Harden Ben Simmons University.
James Harden.
What is it? Harden Simmons University. Then he went to Ball State University. He played college basketball at Harden. Business career. Hold on. He moved to North Carolina.
Down there.
Established himself in PR. He had a bunch of clients. He was also founded. He's a member of Indiana Broadcasting Hall of Fame. Oh shit, maybe he wasn't a lawyer.
God damn.
Let's get this man a job.
I thought he was a lawyer. But time out though. But look at so you're gonna negate all of that work he did?
No, but you say he just did a case.
Work. Why are you putting this on me? You made up a job.
Time out.
My fault. How
saying nothing, bro.
He's also the author of several self-help and business-related books, right? How many books he got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He's got 12 books. Type in Stedman Graham as a lawyer. I need to know where I got this shit from. I do. I need to know where I got this from.
A case and everything. He was in
Either way, that man went to college. That man put in all that work. That man played college ball. He had a PR firm.
And now he chill.
Bro, how far we've tumbled down.
Stedman Graham.
Either way, he went to college.
Hey, by the way,
he played ball.
Stedman Graham. Hey, by the way, I didn't know he did all that. I just said he was a lawyer.
Listen,
Yo,
we know
Wax and Stedman got the same qualifications.
Man, shut up, man.
They got Oprah.
Yeah.
Oprah's friend.
No,
I'm tripping. I'm tripping.
If Stedman came out, go.
I fucked it up. Look,
It sounds like
Ignition Law.
no, Graham Stedman.
That's somebody different.
That's a whole other person.
Oh my
He's a
God.
lawyer.
All his clips based on Stedman.
Graham Stedman. Following a long career as a corporate lawyer, I became the senior partner of London-based international law firm. No, I know I got that shit from somewhere.
don't ever call the cops on somebody.
He a
You get a wrong
lawyer.
description. He's a lawyer.
Oh, don't be a bank teller in Atlanta is what you telling me? And when Ryan Coogler comes in, that's what you telling me?
Yes, do not be. Don't be a bank teller.
Can we have an honest discussion about that?
What?
About the Ryan Coogler shit?
I would hope so. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
You're a filmmaker.
Yes.
You've probably watched thousands of films in your life.
Yes.
You've watched every bank robbing film in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone starts the same way.
Yeah.
You
For the most
walk
part.
up to the teller with your face covered and you slide him a note. Why the fuck would you do that?
You're missing out. You're missing out one great point.
What?
In those movies, they don't give you your debit card and put their debit card in and your
And
ID.
your ID and your pin, and you said on there, my account.
Yes.
Here's the
The
thing.
note says, I take some money from my
Everybody's
account.
jumping to the conclusion of the woman who was behind a counter. Black
She's an
woman, by
idiot.
the way. Black woman.
She's
behind
an
the
idiot.
But no, everybody's.
God bless her, but she's an idiot.
Well, okay, maybe she's an idiot. Everybody's assuming, this is why I feel bad for her. Everybody's assuming she thought that he was there to rob the place.
She did.
This is my assumption.
Play the 911 call.
Dude, I thought that she was there for identity theft.
No,
I thought she was
no.
like a guy's coming in with sunglasses and a mask. I can't see his face.
No,
He's
no,
got
no.
the IDs and all that kind of stuff. He knows it.
Play the 911 call.
It's in Atlanta, right? It could be a guy's boyfriend. He's
Sure.
coming in, right? He knows his passcodes, knows all that shit, and he's like, I'm going to take my boyfriend's money because he just
I
cheated
get it,
on me.
but I hear what you're saying. My only thing
You
is
see-
when you should take out a certain amount of money or you somebody, I always got to tell her. There's no way I'm going to the bank teller. I could be dressed like this, and I go to the teller. They already gonna call the cops on me anyway.
That's not true. Why y'all
telling me
saying
my
this?
life. I'm telling you.
That's because you look suspicious.
Thank
I
you.
want to call the police on you right now.
That's what I'm trying
and
to
I've known
tell
you for 20 plus years.
You don't think it's possible that the guy's boyfriend, this is Atlanta, this is very plausible. The guy's boyfriend who got all his passcodes, he's got his debit card, he's got
It's
all
possible.
that shit. They got in a huge fight, fucked him up, took his shit, came with the glasses and the mask so that he wouldn't exactly see the difference, gave the debit card, all that kind of stuff, didn't even say nothing, just boom.
But
Here's
why
my
are
way.
there no tellers there?
I've
Why
done
do
it.
nobody go into the back and talk to? That's who you need to talk to.
I've
to get
done
that
this.
certain amount of money.
Go, you done
Yeah.
what?
I've gone into the bank, but the only difference is I'll be like, I want to make a withdrawal.
Mm-hmm.
When it's a large amount, which is only $200, that's what a large amount is to me. I write down on the paper
Mm-hmm.
the amount of money,
Mm-hmm.
and this is what I want, and I give it to him. I don't say it out loud.
I would arrest you if you wrote down $200 on your paper, bro.
Yeah,
If you wrote down, give me $200 on a piece of paper, I would arrest
That's a
you.
large
Doesn't it
amount.
seem like there's a
Why
guy
you-
outside?
Why you judging me?
Because that's not enough to be
Why
writing on a piece of paper.
Why that's a
You
large
go in
amount?
and say that. Can I get $200? You can't be
Everybody
out
don't
here
make
writing
millions
Stop it,
on
you making
ridiculousness,
millions,
Steelo.
bro. Don't do that.
Wow.
Do they have the
Wow.
note? Do they have the note that he wrote?
It's right here.
It's right there. You can't even read.
I would like to withdraw $12,000 cash from my checking
Ouch,
account.
bro.
From my checking
Yeah,
account.
what other checking account?
Who writes this?
Time out.
You would just say,
no,
give
no,
me
no, no, no,
$12,000.
That is
no.
suspicious right there.
No, it's not. No, it's not. You know-
I'd like to take it from my checking account. No shit. Who
But
else is?
I gave
put
you
my
my
card
debit
in,
card and my
yeah.
But
ID.
what's up with the note?
So why you gotta put
That's-
your
time
checking
out.
account?
Look at that
You don't
again.
want them to
Look
crown
at that
you out in
again.
front of
Look at that
everybody.
again. I want y'all to look at that again. That's not just the note. That's the back of a withdrawal slip.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
I see it. Okay.
He gave them a withdrawal slip.
Yeah.
All right. That's cool.
Nah, this shit is
And
suspicious,
you right.
bro.
I'll be
Why
real
can't
with
he
you.
talk?
I'll
Why can't he talk?
be a buck with you.
And I'll be honest. I didn't know
I gotta talk when I'm there.
Wax. And this is
did
my.
talk.
Listen, I'm telling you. because
Go.
I
He
know
did
when
talk, but he did talk.
Do you know what season
then
this
why the
is?
hell he need to go ahead
Oh,
and
no.
Do you know what season this
Number
is?
one. because
I'm gonna go to the bank and say, "Can I get $12,000?" What he did is
He should have
absolutely
went
right.
and sat down to these people. I know he go to the bank enough to know you got to have a bank guy.
Listen,
No,
My guy is Asian, and I always go see him.
But you're saying that because you're sitting in your community. He's in Atlanta filming. He's don't live in Atlanta. So he's at a different bank. He's trying to get some cash out and be like, all right, it could be for production, it could be for anything.
It was for his. He said he has a medical provider at the house who only takes cash.
Yep. So you have the bank come drop off the cash. Like none of us haven't done this before.
I've never done that. Tell me that. That's some white privilege shit. I didn't know you could do that. I've never heard that.
Cash anytime you want.
I've never heard that one, Schultz.
100%. Swear to God.
Schultz, you sound like me talking about Stedman Graham's a lawyer. I've never heard that. I've never heard that.
I might be.
Yeah, that's different. 100%. I've never heard that.
I never heard of black people robbing banks. I thought that only we did that.
Man, shut up.
I'll be honest. I swear to God. I've never seen a black person rob a bank in my life. I've never seen a movie where black people rob banks. I thought this was a white job. You say what?
Dead presidents.
Black women.
Dead presidents.
The dead presidents, nah. They paint themselves white. They paint themselves white. They did it in whiteface. They did it in whiteface because nobody would have believed them if they went in there with black actual faces. They had to go whiteface or around the bank. Only white people rob banks. This is our job. Y'all stealing our fucking jobs, right?
You know what's so funny about that?
And fucking shooting schools is guaranteed.
That's our shit.
You know what's so funny about that? When black people rob banks, they put white face masks on.
Yeah, they do, right? What did the girls put on? Did the girls put on?
I think it was clear. I think it was
Only
clear.
white people rob banks. Say again? I don't know what that is.
Me neither.
What is Takers? Oh yeah, and T.I. Yeah.
They had a couple white dudes.
Nobody saw that shit.
Yeah.
They need the white dudes.
Nobody saw
Them got white friends.
It was unbelievable, bro.
Shit.
It was
I just think
unbelievable.
this is bullshit. I think that like
is beyond
Ryan going
bullshit.
in and asking them that this is actually pretty normal. When I go in and if I'm getting an amount, I don't ever like write what I'm supposed to on the withdrawal slip. I write whatever I want to.
do that all the
and be
time.
like, yo, you know the bread's there. I put my card in already. I gave you my ID. We should have no issues. My other issue is this. If you are a new bank teller, if this is your first time going through that experience, I'm cool with all that. If you're afraid, if you're like, it's a slip, then you got to hand it off to your actual manager anyway because the amount is over your limit. So you got to go to your manager anyway.
Yep.
So your manager then did due diligence and been like, you know what? He's good. Everything is squared away. That's actually homie from blah, blah, blah. But instead, y'all just all panicked.
Yeah, why does your mindset immediately go to, let me call the police?
Lovers tryst.
Let me call 911.
Lovers tryst.
You forgot when I was in your neighborhood?
They got in a fight.
Why did they automatically just call the cops?
Wax, you don't count. Look at you.
Yes.
You don't count.
Yes. No, it's not yes.
Well, I mean, no.
What about me?
That's prejudice. Hey, that's prejudice. Hey, what you're describing is prejudice and racism, and we got to stop that. Okay? We got to put a stop to this. Yeah? And y'all got to stop robbing banks. What the fuck we going to rob? What we going to rob if y'all rob all the banks?
Listen,
man.
We almost missed some shit that night. I had to go to fucking jail for no reason.
Come out. I want you play the 911 because listen to this.
Please.
Listen.
Pull their guns out immediately.
Listen how she sounds. And he's just being weird. Listen.
Go.
Listen.
That note is kind of weird, though.
Say what?
That note is not weird at all.
Actually.
If she would have read it, if she would have simply read it.
If your wife just gave you a note out of nowhere, aren't you like, yo, what's going on?
Somebody buy weed from me and give
you a note? Stop giving
buy
notes.
weed from you and give you a note. Why would that? Why would
What
I
if
need a
they're-
note?
what if
Ain't
they-
no window in between us and that nigga. Here go the
What if they deaf?
Yo, you better show me you deaf.
Is
You
he
better
deaf?
be doing some other shit.
What?
Listen. listen. All right, come on. Hold on, bring it back, Taylor. Listen. Tom,
Can you go back to the beginning and not talk?
Customer passed me a note, and so I just told my manager I didn't feel comfortable. So he told me to call police while he, I guess, stalled.
What is on the note, ma'am?
It just says I want to withdraw $12,000. Just be discreet.
Is this an actual customer, or are they trying to rob the bank?
They had a debit card, and he inserted it. He gave me a California ID, but I was like, okay. I was like, how do you want the cash back? And he's like, just look at the note.
And he had no weapons, correct?
Not that I know of. He just has on black sunshades and a black.
He said, just look at the note.
A black hat.
Is he a black male, white male?
He's a black male. And every time I ask him like a question, he's like, look at the note.
So,
But he inserted his debit card, and then I asked for his ID. He handed me his ID as a California ID. But I didn't look at his name because I'm just, like, so shook up. Like, I don't know what he's trying to do.
Now listen to the 911
So I
operator.
just
Listen.
give me one moment. You know, I have to get my manager.
okay, so none of his information was even verified. Okay. He might just want to be discreet, but I have police en route.
Yeah, I mean, he might. It just seemed weird.
And
The 911 operator said he might just want to be discreet.
facts. I'll be real. I know Ryan.
He's lucky.
I know Ryan
He's
well.
lucky he's black.
I know Ryan.
He's lucky he's alive.
He's lucky he's black. If he was white, he'd be arrested, shot probably multiple times.
Shut up.
Yes,
No,
bro.
not even close.
If a white person hands
Don't
a
go
fucking
down this
bank
road.
note,
No.
hey, listen, if a white person hands a bank note in the bank, they're shooting him immediately, bro.
Not even
They're
close.
shooting him immediately, dude.
Nah, but they probably you have warranted to shoot him.
White kid shows up to school, trench coat, starts acting a little weird. What happens?
They let him live.
That's what this is racism
They
we
let-
experience.
No, they let him do whatever he want to
They
do.
do whatever he want to do.
And they
scared
say
of him.
we never knew.
She
And
was
everybody
scared.
else did.
Yep.
But I'm saying right now, I know Ryan enough to know Ryan don't want to talk. Number one, Ryan is very like
He barely
soft.
talks.
He's very soft spoken.
He's
Doesn't want to
very-
talk. He does,
Yeah.
So if anything, he probably just like, yo, it's a lot of money, and he probably uncomfortable. Honestly, asking for that amount of money.
He told the police, he said, yo, I come in here, and whenever I have to take out large amounts, I always hand them a note because they go to the money counter. It's counting for a long time, and everybody starts looking. Yo, I don't know about y'all, but I do that shit every time if I'm taking out a large amount.
Yeah.
I give them a note. I try not to go in there when there's a lot of people in there if I'm taking out my $200.
Yeah, how would you want your $200?
That's right. That's it. Because the
5,
wolves is out.
The wolves is out.
The wolves is
That's,
out.
that's why you need to go in the back and go into little booths and let them go handle their thing.
Listen, but like
Bring you back
like
to back.
Steelo told you earlier, he's not from Atlanta. He's from California.
Yeah, I
His
got
personal
booths
banker is
everywhere.
probably in California.
Man, they got booths everywhere. Go down and sit down and talk to the people, man.
I hope that one day we exist in a world where white men and black men can go to banks and hand them notes and not experience some prejudice.
Hand them withdrawal slips.
This is what
Hand them withdrawal
And on the
slips.
back of the withdrawal slip, you can write further comments.
And I gave
You
my
can
ID.
write your
But-
specific.
Ain't no
but-
bank
but
robber
she was-
ever gave their ID. fam.
ID and
Let's just
debit
start
card.
with that. No bank robber in the
Don't
history of bank
disrespect
robber has
us.
ever been like,
Wait a
here
minute.
also is
Nah.
how you can catch me.
How you jumped in? How you the bank teller?
Unless it's a fake one, just
There
fake
you go.
ID.
Well, guess
Now we
what?
just looking for reasons
That's
to
right.
get this nigga.
How, you the
No,
bank
no,
teller.
I'm not.
How you just jump to conclusions? Why you didn't just do your job? How about run his account? Oh, he got the money there. This is his ID.
But just it's like if you're on a plane, if you heard things like bomb, it's certain keywords that happen.
What keyword did
what
you
keyword
hear?
he
No,
used?
was a keyword. No,
It's a withdrawal slip.
He didn't write the word
it's
no.
A note, though.
No, on the back. Have you ever looked at the back of a withdrawal slip?
No.
It tells you to write further
Yes.
comments. It tells you to
Yes.
write
Oh, it
specific
do?
things you want. Yes.
I never knew that.
Also, this man
Actually-
could actually die from this. Like, died from this. They
Died. They came out with their guns drawn.
on this man.
Nah,
and
it's
I'll be a
corny.
buck with you.
It's corny.
I don't know if I'm as poised and polished as him to put my hands behind my back immediately. Because I'm at the bank. I already know I ain't got nothing on me. I'm probably going to put my hands up and turn around like, what the fuck is going on? He at least knew, okay, I'm hearing these locks, I'm hearing the guns. I'm going to just go ahead and put my hands behind my back. It's super scary, fam, for you to be like, I'm getting cash out of my bank account.
I understand that,
and
but you know
somehow
who we
there are
are.
guns drawn on me.
But listen, this is the environment
It shouldn't matter who he is.
You're right. I shouldn't go to the hood with a chain on my neck either. You know what I'm saying? If I get robbed, there's certain things, certain places right now, we know how we get looked at. It's just what it is. Every time I go in the bank, when I go to Target, I know they watching me. I know exactly what they're doing.
Have you ever stole from Target?
Never stole from Target, but I already know.
What would you steal?
Candles,
gloves,
So you're basically saying you're basically saying all discrimination and profiling against black men is justified.
No, it's not justified, but I know exactly what time it is. If you live my shoes in my life, I know exactly when I go places.
Doesn't make it better.
I ain't got. It's not right. But it's nothing I can do about it. So I got to play as part.
There's a lot of scenarios where I agree with Wax on that, but going into a bank with a withdrawal slip, writing my specific needs on the back of the withdrawal slip, giving them my debit card and government ID is not one of those scenarios.
Bro, if you-
I would have never thought in a
If you was
million
lost
years that would have
prevention
happened.
and you see me coming to Target, would you follow me on the cameras?
Hold on, Alex
Why?
Alex has a comment. Alex,
Yes.
What bank robber is going to go in and be like, just give me $12,000?
No,
They're
they
going to
want
be
it
like,
all.
yo, give me all the
everything.
money.
Y'all
So
are
that
missing the
should have been
biggest point.
something that should have been like, yo, he's not trying to rob the bank. He's actually asking for
y'all
money.
Alex,
acting,
you're right.
No. Y'all acting like you know anything about bank robbing. Shut the fuck up, all of y'all.
Listen,
That's all shit.
I know.
Stop talking about shit y'all don't know.
I know. No, fuck the specific amount. I know ain't no bank robber giving you your debit card and ID.
Yes, and it match up.
Period.
Listen, I'm with
Ain't
you,
nobody
and it
doing
match
that.
up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are we talking
I'm
about
with you.
here?
I just tell you now how my life is. I know certain places I got to tiptoe until everybody get comfortable.
So you tippy toes.
I'm not tippy toes.
You've always been tippy toes.
I'm not tippy
This whole time you've told this story about tippy
I'm
toes in
just
the
saying,
locker
certain
room.
places, I
You've
just
been tippy
know
toes.
that they looking at me a certain way.
I would have never
get comfortable.
I wouldn't expect that in the bank though, Wax. Not in that scenario,
bro.
Not in that scenario,
Bro,
man.
people come in the bank
Not in that
dressed
scenario.
all kind of ways,
Word.
and construction stuff, and they handling hundreds of thousands of
You
dollars
ever
and
been
doing.
somewhere and you felt something on you, like you felt everybody's eyes on you, felt that type of
Yeah, it's
shit?
called being black.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
what
but
I'm
I'm also saying that man gave you every reason to say, I guess this is a different black, if you want to be racist about it.
And I get what you're saying. It's just certain ways, just for us being black, certain things, we ain't gonna talk to the cops. You know how I see white people talk to cops, like, why you pull me over? La, la, la.
Yeah.
Crazy as a motherfucker if I even say that. Regardless, I think I should. My white friends say it to them.
You know what's scary, man? Like, if you watch the video, Ryan was like, please take my shades off. I'm having a panic attack. The craziest thing about scenarios like that, you're a black man. You already see all of these different videos of interactions that happen with black people and the police. They come at you with your guns drawn. Immediately, you're going to have a panic attack, right? Immediately, you're going to start hyperventilating. Immediately, you're going to feel like you got to shit and you got to throw up. And then in the midst of having a panic attack, they want you to have a logical conversation with them.
Yes. Why you nervous?
What you mean the fuck? Why am I nervous?
Yeah.
Yo, I got pulled over 5 o'clock in the morning in New Jersey, leaving my crib, right? Backwoods in New Jersey. It was like 2 weeks ago. I called my wife just to have her on, number one, to record the interaction. Number two, to comfort me. Number three, just thinking to myself, this might be the last conversation I have with somebody on this earth. That was my mindset as a black man at 5 o'clock in the morning, getting pulled over by this police officer. You know what that police officer said to me? I pulled you over because your tints are too dark. That's not true. That's number one.
Illegal.
Then he's like, is this your car? Yes, this is my car. Who else's car would it be, sir?
You
know what I mean?
You robbed the car.
Give him my license and registration and everything else. Why do you have a South Carolina license? Because I'm lazy. Because I don't work hard enough to go down to the DMV and get a new driver's license.
He's trying to grab.
He don't even believe this is me. He's like, what you doing around here? I'm like, I live 5 minutes away.
That's what I'm saying. Certain things that you told him that either is going to heighten him, like your license, and probably heighten something. That note and heighten something because that's what they heard.
And then when I gave him my address, he was like, you live on such and such? Yeah.
I was surprised.
Yes.
What kind of car were you driving?
Problematic.
Escalade. I'm black.
But that makes sense.
You know what?
Shut up, man.
Get a nicer car. Get a nicer car for the neighborhood you live in.
A 2021 Escalade?
Yeah, Escalade. Come on.
Yeah, okay, I'm not.
You know what I
against
mean? Let's get something British. Get a range. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing over here? Let's stop playing around.
I'm lying, so I'll have an Escalade.
I didn't even know that. Is this your car?
You fooled him.
I didn't even.
You got him. They were on to you for a second, Sean.
I didn't even know. Is this your car? It wasn't an actual normal question. I found it out maybe years later. As a black dude, I thought, "Is this your car?" was just a normal question the police ask you every time.
No way.
Until I realized my white friends wasn't being asked that question. When I was in the car one time, I was like, "Wait, they didn't even ask you, was this your car?"
Wow.
And he was like, what you mean? I was like, well, when you get pulled over, they're supposed to ask you, is this your car? And he was like, no, they don't. And I was just like, oh, that's crazy. I never knew that. I was young, but never knew that. So it's just like, those are the things that you constantly deal with. You're like, it's just
word is born. I feel
you gotta play by the rules regardless. We know our days, and don't be Mr. Tough Guy, and don't worry about what it is.
He wasn't.
But once again, that's right.
No, respect
Come
to
on.
him. Respect to
That's
him.
why I said I agree with Wax in most of these scenarios. What rules did Ryan break?
Yeah.
I can't go in the bank and make a withdrawal out of my account.
If you go in there and say, somebody blew the bathroom up. Remember somebody got in trouble, they blew the bathroom up?
You're making up hypotheticals that don't apply to this situation.
It is, because that note is a key word. It's like
no, it's not.
Read
the note.
He didn't say no.
If we're being serious, I mean, like,
well, he did.
obviously,
He kept telling her to read the note.
Yeah, and I thought we're joking around a little bit, but like, obviously, this has become serious. And here's the reality: he did nothing wrong. He did nothing illegal. Absolutely not. It might have been a little bit abnormal for the woman that was at the bank, especially if he kept saying like, "Just read the note." Mm-hmm. But there's nothing illegal about saying, "Hey, I would like you to read the note. All the information is on there." That probably piqued her interest a little bit, and she's like, what's going on, et cetera. But he didn't do anything illegal, and it's unfortunate that this happened.
I have your debit card. I have your ID. I'm going to read the note.
Yeah.
And you say you read it. She told the 911, she didn't even tell the 911 operator what was actually in the note. She was like, the note says, withdraw $12,000. That's not what the note said. So you really didn't read the note. Read the note. He gave you specific instructions on what he wanted. The only other question after that is, how do you want your money back?
She probably watched
That's
a lot
it.
of movies. She probably watched a lot of movies too.
Well, she couldn't read that well.
That's what it sounded like to me.
She's like, I don't know this fucking word. I gotta call the police.
Yeah, because I only when I was supposed to read, I only read the top and the bottom of everything.
That's good.
Okay, yeah. Seems like you get all the information.
First line, the last line.
Really smart. That's really
They
great.
say, hi, how you doing, sir? I'm like, okay, nice. And at the bottom, if ain't no curse, it say, sincerely, have a great day. I said, this is a great note.
Yeah.
God bless Ryan Coogler, man. Ryan Coogler did nothing wrong. The bank teller treated Ryan Coogler the way y'all treated Kim Kardashian. She did nothing. They did nothing wrong.
Whoa.
Kim Kardashian did nothing wrong. Ryan Coogler did nothing wrong. Okay.
Wow. Free Kim.
Let's pay some bills.
Free Kim. God forbid she goes through this type of oppression, dude.
Let's pay some bills, man. Talkspace. Salute to Talkspace, man. Whatever challenges you're facing in your mental health, whether you're struggling with low self-esteem, body image issues, anxiety, or anything else, there's no one-size-fits-all solution. And with work, school, and relationships pulling you in every direction, it can be hard to find time to focus on what you really need. That's why Talkspace Online Therapy gives you unlimited access to a licensed therapist so you can set aside time to put yourself first. Find somebody to talk to, man. Some of y'all may not feel comfortable, going into a therapist's office. Talkspace might be the thing for you. You may not have time. Okay, you're too busy working. All right, you got a bunch of different, occupations. You got a bunch of different businesses you running, but you can take, 30 minutes to an hour, out of a week to talk to somebody, via Talkspace. All right. That's why talking to real mental health professionals is very, very important. Okay. Talkspace has thousands of licensed therapists across dozens of specialties so you can connect with someone that's trained for just what you need. Instead of a therapist squeezing you into their busy schedule, Talkspace fits into yours. With 24/7 messaging, you can talk about what's on your mind in the moment without waiting for an appointment. You also have chat, video, or audio options for live sessions so you can get support on your own terms from any device. Your privacy is a priority, and Talkspace has encryption and added security features to keep your conversation secure. Get the one-size-fits-one support you need with Talkspace. Sign up today at Talkspace.com and get $100 off your first month with promo code IDIOTS. That's $100 off at Talkspace.com, promo code IDIOTS. Do you want to do another space show, C?
Yeah, let's do another
Knock out
one.
another space.
Okay, guys, this episode is also brought to you by Squarespace. Okay, God bless Squarespace. Today's episode would not be possible without them. Squarespace is the all-in-one platform for building your brand and growing your business online. Stand out with a beautiful website, engage with your audience, and sell anything. Your products, content you create, even your time. Okay, Squarespace makes it easy for creators to monetize their content with expertise in a way that fits their brand. With member areas, you can unlock a new revenue stream for your business and free up time in your schedule by selling access to gated content like videos, online courses, or newsletters. Create pro-level videos effortlessly. The Squarespace Video Studio app helps you make and share engaging videos to tell your story, grow your audience, and drive sales. Stand out in any inbox with Squarespace email campaigns. Collect email subscribers and convert them into loyal customers. Start with an email template and customize it by applying your brand ingredients like site colors and logo, okay? Built-in analytics measure the impact of everything that you send. Use those analytics and insights to grow your business. Learn where your site visits and sales are coming from and analyze which channels are the most effective. Improve your website and build a marketing strategy based on your top keywords or most popular products and content. Head to squarespace.com/idiot for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use the offer code IDIOT to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Remember, that's squarespace.com/idiot with the offer code IDIOT for 10% off your first purchase. Now let's get back to the show.
All right, let's do some church announcements.
The announcements are a very important part of what we do in church.
This is a segment we do, Steelo, called Church Announcements, to where if you have anything you want to shout out, anything we want to plug, you do it. Hezzy?
Infamous tour this weekend. We're in Birmingham and then New Orleans. Pull the fuck up. We will see y'all over there. And then we got Cleveland, Pittsburgh after that. And then coming to Montreal and then New York City and Toronto. I just want to say thank you so much for pulling up to the shows, man. That was unbelievable 10,000 of y'all coming out, and it was just fucking. It was unreal, bro.
How many shows you do?
We did 3 shows.
So like, that's like 3,400 a piece, 3,000 a piece.
Yeah. It was crazy, man. And
Big,
we got
big shit.
Snow to come out. You know, Snow.
Informer.
We had him backstage. He was like, "Bro, I was the first mumble rapper."
Right.
He's right.
He really was.
Snow,
Think about it.
Snow is absolutely. I still don't know what the fuck Snow was saying.
I don't think he said anything.
That shit is like Missy Elliott when she said, "Right with the ring, we don't know what the fuck they were saying."
But dude, he was incredible. His story is unbelievable. Like his.
Before we get to that, he need to tell me what the fuck he was saying in Informer.
You know what? I should have asked him. I can't believe I didn't.
The fuck was you saying?
I really need to. I put it up on Instagram where they put out the lyrics, and there are lyrics for it. But like his whole story is absolutely.
I'm
fucking
Googling
crazy.
right now.
Yeah. We got to get him down here in New York.
Wax, you got church announcements?
Yes, sir, man. Who's Wax is a local dispensary in LA. Go to who'swax.com and go get your gummies, man. We got subscriptions. Go get that. It's really dope. I should have had some more if I knew y'all was coming. Steelo was coming. Go to taste that. Podcast Wars, man. Podcast Airsoft Wars. Get your team together, 10 on 10s, man. That's coming up really soon, next couple of months. Get your team together. And Bully and the Beast, man, come holler at us on Wednesdays.
A licky boom boom down?
I lick your boom boom down.
That's what he's saying. Informer. You know, say daddy me, snow me, I go blame. A licky boom boom down. Had no idea.
Okay.
Steelo, you got church announcements?
Yeah, a couple. I got a project dropping, a musical project dropping this on St. Patty's Day.
What kind of music?
Chill music, weed music, rap, I guess.
You rap?
I rap a little bit. You know, I used to A&R, but it was opportunity for me to jump back into music, and I was like, you know what? I'll be on the artist side this time. So I'm gonna see what it is. But I got Buddy on the project, Aaron Ray, Fab, trying to think who else. I got BJ Chicago Kid, Dej Loaf. So I'm excited about that. I got a new single dropping, I guess 311 with Buddy and Aaron Ray called My Love.
Can we get a verse?
Verse? From what?
You.
What you mean get a verse?
What you got? What you got?
You got a quick 8?
What you want? I mean, you gonna rock with it? I mean, it's the single you want to drop it? Okay, I don't know what this is. I don't know about this.
What's that?
Was you hitting the beat?
I don't know. It's like when you be like, God. It's like I'm on Ellen, nigga. Nah, you want the for real?
Yeah.
On this next the next one is it's a Fifi or a party on the block. Snatches of them bikes, creeping slowly in their drop. Yeah, let them know come the cops. Or it's to pick up one of them fine-ass hood thoughts. You don't understand something at the crib. Foes and my lords to put it all on the fin. Folks in the King's Head show you what it is. Cause we was there was trying to get it how we live. Real
Informer.
You gotta have a hook like that, bro.
Nah, it's pretty smooth. Y'all here doing a couple days.
How you ain't got Chanel West Coast on the project, though?
Charlamagne don't start
At least laughing.
Chanel will body you, son, bro. Don't play with Chanel, bro. Don't play with Chanel. Salute to Chanel. Don't play with Chanel, bro. Chanel will body you.
Is she on? Is she on the project?
Nah, she's not on the project.
How dare you, bro?
Nah, that's
why are you doing this?
Nah,
why are you doing this?
You already came to ridiculousness and did this in the worst way possible, and now you gonna do it again.
Salute to Chanel. I got love for Chanel, man.
Chanel got bars.
Chanel got balls, bro.
Let's do an intro.
You scared to get on the track with Chanel.
All right, whatever y'all say. I got.
She was supposed to be in the Super Bowl halftime show. Did you hear what happened with that?
What happened?
She was supposed to be one of the artists.
Yeah,
in the
I don't see how it
halftime.
didn't happen. How can Chanel?
Who
Yo,
said
wow.
that? How did you get this information?
She got COVID.
COVID. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's what happened.
She had the fixed vaccine card.
She,
That's what it was.
They got her.
They got her.
Salute to
Aaron Rodgers
Chanel.
performing at her. Wine and Weed podcast. That's my podcast. And then Ridiculousness still going for forever.
Bless.
It definitely is going for forever.
For real.
What would MTV be without Ridiculousness?
nothing, bro. Catfish ridiculousness.
Catfish, Ridiculous, and Teen Mom, Teen Pregnant, 16 and
Are
Pregnant.
they still doing the teen mom thing?
all of it? All of it.
Girls still getting pregnant at 16.
Damn. Bro.
We got content forever.
I mean, makes a very right though. It's true. I mean, why would you stop if girls?
They still getting pregnant at 16?
Listen, man, salute to everybody that's been showing up for the Finding Tamika original audio podcast that we dropped with Audible. It's #1 in Man, it's number one in a bunch of categories, man. It might be number one overall right now, but it's number one in autobiographies and memoirs on Audible. It's number one on politics and social sciences. It was number 10 overall last time I checked yesterday. So, man, just salute to everybody who's been showing up. That's the first project from me and Kevin Hart's SBH Productions.
Bravo.
Eric Alexander told an amazing story about Tamika Houston from Spartanburg, South Carolina, you know. And, man, yeah, it's just a very, very, very powerful story. And I'm just happy that y'all showing up for it. So continue to, you know, support Finding Tamika on Audible. Just the first of many Audible projects that will be dropping, man. That's audio is it's not even the future. Audio is the now. If audio is the now. I know a lot of people are just getting into, you know, different aspects of the audio scripted wave now, but you know, it's kind of like the oil rush a little bit, or kind of like crypto. Should have got in a little earlier. You know, even though this is our first project, we've been plotting this out for like, you know, 3-4 years because we saw where the game was going. So it's actually very intriguing, man. It's like back in the day when you used to, I wasn't alive then, but you hear about people listening to like Batman on the radio, War of the Worlds, you know what I mean? That's how it is listening to these, you know, audio scripted projects. I think Serial was like the first one I was hearing about.
Serial was unbelievable.
Really?
Yeah.
I never listened, but it was incredible.
It was unbelievable.
Only Audible, even like the GPS, I like when the lady talk. Right?
Okay.
All right.
All right. All right. Thank you,
Mr. Turn, man.
All right. Let's get into some shit you won't care about next week. Oh man. Damn, Nick Cannon show got canceled.
Oh boy.
Breaks my heart.
Yeah, I don't think Nick got a fair shot. 6 months, I don't think 6 months is a long enough. It's not a long enough time period to determine whether a show will catch or not. You gotta give it at least a year.
I agree.
I think a year is a good.
How many days a week was the
every
show?
day?
Especially in talk dates. It's tough already, so you got to give it some time.
You got to give it some time. And I mean, he had a lot of different things against him. You know, Wendy Williams was supposed to be his lead-in, right? So Wendy wasn't there for a while. So he had a lot of reruns when he first started. And I mean, it's hard, you know, to come after a rerun. Like if Wendy's doing live shows and she's doing 600,000, you would hope to retain at least a half. You know what I mean? They say Nick was doing like 400,000. So it's like, I don't know, man. I think Nick, you know, it's not like he's hurting for anything. Nick will be fine. You know, Nick will be fine. But yeah, 6 months I don't think is a long enough time. And I feel like he had social media in a chokehold. I'm always seeing Nick Cannon clips all over Instagram and shit like that.
He making babies, so that's the thing.
What do you mean?
More time to spend with the
I'm
family.
saying he making more babies, so it's content. Everybody talking about that.
That's a good point, though. I wonder, since daytime is like so female driven, did that turn women off? I wonder.
Ooh.
I don't know.
Yeah, me neither.
I wonder.
They probably want to have his baby too.
Okay.
Like, I'm gonna stick around to see if I get picked next, right?
What
else we got?
What did we think about? What did we think about Calvin Ridley of the Atlanta Falcons being suspended for the whole 2022 season for betting on football games?
The gambling money coming in for football is so insane that they got to protect the sanctity of the game. And by sanctity, I don't mean like they got to make it nice and peachy and clean, but they just got to make sure that all these people betting can trust that the outcomes are actually the outcomes.
Yeah.
Because they're going to make ridiculous amounts of money off of this gambling, right? So,
because they got like 7 deals with DraftKings and FanDuel.
The money is going to be so unbelievable through gambling that you have to make it feel like those scores are accurate. And if there's one player gambling, $1,500 is so stupid. He's a fucking idiot for doing this.
Especially being that he's going to lose $11 million this season.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Bro, it's
over $1,500.
And he knows. They all know. They're not dumb, bro. Like, they know. It's just, give it to your boy. If you really want to gamble that bad, give $1,500 to your friend. Say, yo, you gamble this shit, and then we're fine. He wasn't even playing in the games, by the way.
That's what I'm saying. He was taking a mental health break. 2 things that's crazy about this situation. Number one, you're able to gamble on other sports if you're in the NFL. So I don't know why the NBA or whatever else he was betting on isn't a fix for your gambling habit, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Number 2, he plays for the Falcons. He bet on the Falcons to win. Anybody that bets on the Falcons to win, Come on, bro.
He's been concussed, man.
Come on.
The guy,
Come
the
on,
guy plays football.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm about to say, you just said mental health break.
I'm saying you bet on the Falcons to win, bro. This guy isn't trying to do anything wrong. This guy has no ill intention whatsoever. He bet on his team to win. The Falcons, and they were 7-10 last
like he
year.
was playing.
I was just gonna say it's like Pete Rose. Like if Pete Rose's whole thing was that he only would bet for the Reds to win. It's like, why am I being penalized if I'm just betting that I'm just doubling down on what I already believe for my team and we gonna get this done?
That's true.
Yeah, I think that was his whole thing, that he would bet. He bet religiously though.
Yeah.
But I think it was only on him to win the Reds.
Yeah, he was like an insane competitor.
He wasn't actually like throwing games or like point shaving anything.
That's why I think it's got to be nuance to this, right? If I'm betting on my team to win, you can't accuse me of anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I bet on my team to lose, then maybe I got some inside information. Maybe I know that we're trying to throw games for a better draft pick or something.
It just gets dicey, right? Because like, what if you're betting on your team to win, but what if there are other things within that? Like you're betting on the fact that your team is not going to score in the third quarter, but they're still going to win. And then you're doing everything that you can. You know what I'm saying? Like there's certain things, and I think they just make this blanket statement because the NFL is going, yo, we're going to make so much bread off of these the gambling sites, giving us a little piece of every, I think they get a little piece of everything that's gambled on football.
I mean, they got deals. It's like sponsorships.
Sure.
Right.
So they got deals with FanDuel, DraftKings. It's like 7. They got like 7 different sponsorships with gambling platforms.
Yeah. So it's just, I don't know. It's just weird. I think the safer thing is just don't allow it at all. And
the safer thing is not to gamble if you're in the NFL, but I'm going to tell you something.
I think they want to give that $11 million.
Say what?
$11 million?
I don't think they want to
that.
give him that $11 million. That's what they.
What was the parlay? He did like a multiple sport parlay, right?
I don't even know what that means.
I don't bet. I don't gamble.
I'm not a gambler either.
I just knew $1,500 for $11 million is not a good deal.
That don't even make no sense to me.
Yeah, it was a bad deal.
A parlay is you basically combine multiple bets. So you're like, okay, this team's going to win the tip-off, and this team is going to win the game but cover the spread, and this team over here is
But it's almost hard not to gamble if it's right there on your phone. If it's on your phone and you're already a gambler and you're on FanDuel or DraftKings for NBA and you see the NFL, you might place a couple bets. It's not really nothing you're really thinking about.
And honestly, I'll be real with you.
So you haven't been this whole time? You've been sitting there?
For me growing up, it's like it's promoted so much more now. You like if you're on socials, like you got Bleacher Report doing Bleacher betting, and like I'll see comments of kids being like, "Oh shit,
good job,
Taylor, fucking gang."
I'll see comments of kids being like, "Why y'all promoting for us nonstop to become gamblers?" My little cousin came and interned with me this past year. 24 came in. He was gambling every day. I was like, "Yo, fam, what you been doing?" He's like, "I've been gambling. I've been doing these parlays." I'm like, "Why?"
What about stock
I'm trying to make a little money.
Gambling? You think is stock market gambling?
Hell yeah,
yeah, somewhat. But I also look at these dudes. I'm like, if these like the athletes, if you've already been raising them on this for the past 6 years, and you're a young athlete, you're gonna probably already be doing that.
Yeah.
What's wrong with your cousin doing it though? Because he's an athlete?
No, he just had no money. You gambling and you broke. Like,
that's why he gambled, because he got money.
That's the problem though.
You know what else with this Calvin Ridley thing too? I don't think this happens to a superstar. And now, even though Calvin Ridley is a marquee player for the Falcons, this doesn't happen to a superstar face of the league. This Patrick Mahomes, he don't get suspended for a year for this. He don't.
I agree.
He don't. And you can.
Aaron Rodgers didn't have the vaccine.
That's right. You know. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. You don't got to look no farther than the Aaron Rodgers situation. Aaron Rodgers lied about being vaccinated and had to pay a fine of $14,000. Antonio Brown gets 3 games. I know they got rules.
A little different.
Why?
One is faking a vax card, which is a federal felony.
Mm-hmm.
The other is saying that he was immunized.
Yeah.
So he lied.
No, but he spoke.
No, he didn't lie. He used lawyer language to get out of it.
Immunized and vaccinated ain't the same thing, is it?
Naturally immunized or something like that.
Nah, it's bullshit. And also,
bullshit.
to me, his was worse because he put actual media and everybody else into harm's way.
That's right.
He spoke at press conferences.
Yes, they both did.
Yeah, they both did.
Yeah,
I guess. I don't know if AB was doing as many press conferences though.
It's just a federal felony to do the vax card, right? Like you could serve time for it. So you could say AB got off light, and what's it called? Aaron was misleading, and he was being douchey and fucking annoying about it.
They both lied about their vaccination status.
Yeah.
Yes.
So and one got fined $1,400, one got 3 games. So if there's
you understand that there is like a difference between like faking identification and just lying about.
Not in the NFL, it's not.
Oh,
Same
I
thing.
thought the punishment was based on the faking of the identification.
They just both lied about their vaccination status.
Period.
Oh, well then
in the real world,
then that's incredibly unfair.
Yeah,
I'm just talking about the legal
in the real world.
Yeah.
But he didn't even, did he present it to them? He may have. But I know his chef was the one who snitched on him.
Aaron Rodgers, right?
No.
Antonio Brown. Yeah.
But for me, Aaron Rodgers really lied to everybody. The chef just told on me. I ain't say shit. I just showed you my Vax card. I'm good. I'm moving around. Like everybody else. You know, in New York, you can go to any bodega and get one for $100. So it's like everybody moving on the fake vaxxers for forever.
Yeah, you're right. There is obviously privilege to being like a superstar.
Yes.
Superstar.
And
They're not
AB
doing that
was a superstar. Like if it was earlier in his career, then
No,
he
white
wouldn't have
quarterbacks, though. Superstar white quarterback.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Sure.
Yeah.
But Patrick Mahomes,
Patrick Mahomes,
would probably get
they wouldn't do that to Mahomes. They wouldn't do that to Mahomes. Like, there's no way.
I think it's just, I forgot.
They would never spend Mahomes for a whole year for this.
Interesting.
No.
Never.
No.
Now, if they thought that it was okay to pay you that $11 million, they know that he's gonna be able to play that out. I think they would have kept him there. But they was like, I don't want to pay him that $11 million. He home anyway for his fucking mental health.
Maybe that is interesting. Maybe they're looking for a reason not to pay him that $11 million. He's taking this mental health leave.
Well, who suspended him? Was it the league or his team? I think it was the league.
Yeah, but maybe the team goes, hey, we heard this guy is gambling. If he was gambling before and they're winning games and he's actually performing, they're not giving a fuck.
Yeah.
But once he's not going to play because he's taking this
Taking that
mental health
$11
leave, they're
million
like, nah, fam, you're not going to be gambling as well.
But that wasn't going to go into next year, was it? Well, he only took the mental health leave for some games.
He took the mental health last year.
Yeah, last year.
Last year he took the mental health.
Maybe they just didn't want to pay him.
Maybe.
Because, listen, teams do dirty shit. Like, remember when they didn't want to pay Odell Beckham Jr. and all of a sudden this video popped up of him being around a girl snorting coke? Like, if you don't think that
seen
was...
that.
You didn't see that?
The girl was
snorting coke.
The girl was snorting coke.
The
girl was
But like this video just happened to come out in a contract here.
Yeah.
It's like these organizations are grimy. They do this all the fucking
It's like
time.
politicians. They're not really come up about you until you about to run.
Yeah.
Nah, they
Get
are.
out the way.
They are. Well, listen, here's going to be the thing. We're going to see in the future what's going to happen because I guarantee you it's going to be some superstar that gets caught in this same gambling thing, made a $5 bet on DraftKings or FanDuel or something, and he's not going to receive the same punishment that Calvin Ridley did. We'll see.
Are you saying Calvin Ridley, he should step up his play?
Yeah, I think so.
Clearly, he's a good player.
Yeah.
But he should be better, and then he could receive the preferential treatment.
I mean, clearly he's a marquee player because he's getting $11 million last year. He's a marquee player for
that is good money.
Yeah, I'm just saying. So you can be a marquee player for the Falcons, but when you're a face of the league, Patrick Mahomes is an ambassador for the. I mean, all NFL players are ambassadors for the league. When you see Patrick Mahomes, that's the face of the NFL,
You
right?
think it's just gambling? Because I know Michael Jordan used to gamble all the time in basketball. Is it just gambling or gambling for that sport? So
I think it's for the sport.
I think it's for your
Yeah, you
sport.
can't gamble.
Yeah.
You can't gamble on the league that you play in and gamble and bet on your actual team.
Can you bet on games, other games? Or you ain't got nothing to do with them? You like, can I bet
Nah, you
on this
can't do
game?
no NFL bets.
Oh, really?
I guess
Other
the
sports,
assumption
though.
is you have some kind of like insider knowledge.
Yeah.
Like you went to college with some of these guys, so you
I
know
guess.
if blah blah's foot is hurt, right?
Yeah. Lindsey Graham faced backlash for calling for the assassination of Putin.
I mean, what are we at war? Are we not at war? Like, I hate how you know what I'm saying. Like, I hate how polite motherfuckers get with this shit. Like, are people dying or they not dying? If we go to war, then take out the head dude.
Yeah, duh.
What's up then? Like, where's this? Why do we have more respect for Putin's life than we do for the Ukrainians that are getting killed, or even the Russian soldiers getting killed? Like, we seem to be okay with them killing each other.
That's not right. So I don't get it.
Yeah, his life's no different. Yeah, go out and do it then. Do it yourself, Lindsay.
Yeah, he's
Do it yourself.
do it yourself, Ladybug.
Pull it up
Go
there,
ahead,
bro.
Lady
Like,
G.
Let's go. I don't understand. Like, hey, I don't know.
I mean,
War
listen,
is
man.
real world shit.
War is war.
I'll tell you why statements like this don't bother me, because if there is this kind of sense of urgency, because I would assume somebody like Senator Graham has a lot more intel than we do, right? If there's this kind of sense of urgency where he's saying that, man, somebody needs to go take this guy out for the good of the world.
Nah, he's just trying to galvanize his base, and he wants to rah war motherfuckers.
But his base love Putin.
No, they don't. They loved him.
That shit just flipped last year. He had like a higher approval rating amongst Republicans than Biden did.
Yeah, because he didn't go to war.
No, because he fucking helped them win the election.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
He helped him win the election.
Yeah, maybe.
Putin had a higher approval rating just last year than Biden did.
Yeah, people like strong
in the
leaders,
Republican
man.
Party.
People like strong leaders.
I don't know, man. I read something in the New York Times that said he might be dealing with some health issues.
Oh yeah, he's scared of COVID. That's
No. They say he got like Parkinson's or
because
some
of the health issues. Apparently, he's terrified of COVID. That's why you ever seen him in the pictures? He's like He's like Beauty and the Beast away from people in the chair and like the tables.
Beauty and the Beast?
Beauty and the Beast. You know when they're eating dinner?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I didn't know
it's
that.
super far away. Like he's never around people.
I saw that picture recently. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, he's terrified.
It's like 8 people on the end of the table and just him on the other end by
All the
himself.
other, yeah.
But that's scary, though. That's scary to have that kind of power and feel like, the walls are closing in on you.
Yeah, for sure.
And you just
like,
the type,
fuck it anyway.
That's right. You like, fuck it. I'm gonna do
saying.
everything
He
I've
can't get no
always wanted to do.
Yeah.
No, I never liked America anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Once your dick can't work no more, like nobody gives a fuck about life anyway.
It's over, you think?
If he can't be
think
around
his
his
dick ain't
wife,
working?
I'm just saying, if he can't be around his wife, he can't get no pussy. He can't even eat next to nobody.
He got.
No, I think he still got
Nah, he got a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
He got a line.
At least equal her. At least equal
Yeah,
her.
I read something. He had his girlfriend and one of his 2 of his kids tucked away somewhere.
Yeah.
But the war thing is interesting because everything gets a lot more simple. Like you realize how much, I don't know, you realize how much stuff that like we've built on top of peace. Like we can care about everybody's insecurities. We can care about everybody's discomfort when we live in peacetime. Like we can make sure that there's a perfect bathroom for every different person and all these things is peacetime shit. Ain't no like gender neutral bathrooms in a bunker in the Ukraine when you underground getting bombed, right? Nobody's trying to figure that shit. And that's the real world and that's the history of the world.
Yeah, I don't know how much things have been built on peace though.
Say again?
I don't know how many things have been built on peace.
What I'm talking about is like the pleasantries that we want to make sure that everybody has.
Yeah,
These are a function of
Like
peace.
while we might be at peace, but there's people dying over these things.
Yeah.
Dying.
Somebody got to die.
You know what I'm
over
saying?
everything that happened.
I'm just saying we might be at peace.
That's the American perspective.
That's the American perspective, but there's people literally dying over these things every day.
Which things? Just so we're on
Just
the same page.
that
anything,
we
gas,
have.
All of it.
oil.
Oh yeah,
like we want low gas prices,
But somebody got to die over that.
right?
No. The point I was trying to make is like we take for granted the fact that we're not at war, right?
Yes.
So when we're not at war, we can think about things and we can go, how can we structure society to make it equitable for everyone? How can we remove your inconveniences, right? Like, for example, like, girls, you shouldn't be harassed when you walk into work. You shouldn't have a guy go like smile or have a nice day. That being said, if you're a woman in the Ukraine right now, you would die for a motherfucker to say smile when you're walking down the street because you're really trying to avoid shelling from these Russian tanks, right? So it's like life comes at you in so many different ways and it gives you perspective when you're actually at war. Like, what is real inconvenience? Being in a bunker, that's real inconvenience.
It is.
Yeah, all perspectives are different. I totally understand what you're saying. I don't, I'm not going to diminish anything anybody might feel like is an inconvenience. Because what you just talked about, even a woman walking down the street, like women been getting harassed since they hit puberty. That's an inconvenience for them.
What I'm trying to say is like, I'm not going like, you should be grateful for what you have. I'm going, hey, how awesome is it the life we live?
Oh yeah.
And let us
100%.
never lose perspective that like, we can focus on that's a problem for us. That like sexual harassment is a problem for us that we really want to solve. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you something, no shows. And I agree with you, but I'm going to tell you something. Me and Duval talk about this all the time. America going to feel it.
We feeling it right now?
No, it's going to be, it's everything that we see in these other countries, like that you said, that we take for granted the creature comforts. Yeah. We're going to be at the end of that movie, that Don't Look Up, when Leonardo DiCaprio looks at the table and goes, really had it all, didn't we?
We did.
Well, America's also done a lot to feel it. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, like when I look at all of this, it has been just mind-blowing of how much white people care about each other. It's been crazy to me just to watch like what's going on in Ukraine, and I see everybody on socials have, hey, I'm raising this amount of money, and it is. I'm like, America does this to countries all the time. We have never raised money once for other people. It is just crazy to me to watch the world move in such a unison of being like, we have to stick together. And I'm like, where is this when the other parts of the world are suffering?
That's so
and
funny
we're doing that stuff.
You see it like this. I see it the opposite. I see it like the world finding out like whiteness, all whites don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like I see it like as like I think most people just go, oh yeah, all white people just kind of see themselves as the same. And now it's just like, well, it's not totally the same. Like there's levels to this white shit. And
if you was in
Russia
the army,
and
they don't take care of
Ukrainian,
you.
they look white, but they not getting white treatment.
Listen to what Putin said. Putin's like, he feels like he wants to denazify the country.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's what he said. I feel like he said, I'm denazifying Ukraine. It's drug addicts in Ukraine. Like he's talking about the Ukrainians the way Trump talked about Mexicans. Like seriously.
I mean, he's taking a page out of our book. Now he's doing the biological weapons. He's doing the weapons of mass destruction shit. He's like, yo,
yes.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, they got nukes. They gave up their nukes in the 90s.
A long time ago.
Bioweapons.
I thought he said nukes.
No, it was
bioweapons.
And the American
I thought he said bionuclear weapons, though.
Maybe it's possible. I always thought it was like, but yeah, I mean, this is a page right out of America's book. That's how we got into Iraq.
That's the funniest shit when people say, why would he invade a country for no reason? How is he making up the fact that they have weapons? Why would he do that?
Welcome. We did that. Welcome to America.
Have you ever heard of Iraq?
Yeah.
You know
I mean, that's not why he's doing it, right? It's like he's doing it because Ukraine is a very important border.
I don't know why he's doing it. I'm not even going to sit there and act like that.
See, I was about to say the same thing. I don't really know.
I have no idea.
Looked into it. I've been like, but there's no real reason of why he's moved at this time or done it. I think it is a border for sure.
Yeah, like if you look at if you just bring up a map, Taylor, if you just bring up a map of that region, basically if Russia controls the Ukraine, and before they did, they had like a puppet government in there. Now we have a puppet government in there. Like, you know, I know this guy Zelensky is doing some absolutely heroic stuff, 100%, but he's supported by the West, and he was propped up there by the West. And then before that, there was a guy that was propped up by Russia. And Russia's okay with these satellite states as long as they do their bidding. The reality of the world is like there's not that many independent countries. There are countries that their policy is based on the biggest, most powerful country around them. Just like in America. It's like once you divert from our foreign policy, you have some struggles.
I thought they were mad. I thought they didn't want Ukraine to be independent. And I thought they didn't.
They don't want Ukraine to be independent.
Yeah.
So if you pull over a little bit more over there so we can actually see, try to do a map where you can see the country we're talking about. Yeah. And then, so basically it's like, there's a piece of land. There's a patch of land. Russia, for the most part, if it controls Ukraine, is protected by like mountain ranges, right? But there is a patch of land that you can access Russia and actually the Ukraine through Europe.
Yeah.
And as long as they control the Ukraine and their foreign policy, there's a very small patch of land that European forces could enter Russia from.
But he's not stopping at Ukraine, though.
Say again?
They're talking about he wants Poland. Like, he's not going...
Well, yeah, this is all to protect the Russian landmass, right? Now, as long as these countries, like Belarus, for example, is an independent country, but they're doing whatever Russia says to do, so all of a sudden they're fine.
Are any of these countries actually a threat to Russia?
Lay down to lay down.
No.
It's not about them. So the whole war is like a proxy war, right? So Russia doesn't want NATO, which is basically Western influence on their quote unquote borders. But what they're really trying to do is protect a land border so that if there was a war where troops had to invade Russia, there would only be a very small patch of land where they could invade them through.
Yeah.
Right. And if that's the case, you can defend this massive patch of land, which is Russia, by having very small amount of forces because they only have to defend this land. You're not going to go over the fucking mountains.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't the Ukraine turn down being a part of NATO?
They had to. That was the agreement initially.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, we're going to give up our nukes. You are going to not fuck with us at all.
But y'all have to protect us.
But we're also not going to join NATO.
Yeah.
And then, of course, NATO wants to continue expanding, and we want to continue.
So that should let Russia know,
in.
like, at least, well, you know, Ukraine's not trying to click up with NATO.
But we were clicking up with NATO.
Yeah.
And we were doing it. And we installed a government, or not a government, but a leader who was more sympathetic to NATO causes. And now they just appeal to be part of the European Union. And that's really what this war is all about. And so Russia doesn't want to allow that expansion. And they allow these tiny little states that can exist there. But if you just went to Google Maps and typed in Russia and then zoomed out, you can kind of look at it. But
listen, everything you're saying sounds great. I have no idea. I still think that they just being a not so sexy decoy for China. China's the wild card in all of this, bro.
Well, I think
if I'm China, I let things keep going as usual, right? Because it's like, if I'm China, you could make the argument that China's kind of operating the way that U.S. was operating before World War, or like around World War II. U.S. in World War II was like, I'm going to let these motherfuckers fight it out.
And then I'm going to come in and be the hero.
They get broke. I come in at the end.
That's right.
Boom, scoop it all up. Now all these motherfuckers are broke. They got to rebuild all their countries. We didn't got to rebuild shit.
That's
World
what I'm
War
saying.
II was fought over there. So if I'm China, I'm going, y'all fight this shit out. When y'all are broke, hungry, poor, I'll come in. I'll be the new guy.
I think China empowered it.
I
think the Russia-China alliance, I think that they didn't have conversations, and China's like, you know what, Russia, go try this out. If y'all get away with this, we going into Taiwan.
Other way.
A trade for a trade.
Yeah, stop right there.
I'm interested to see if China invades Taiwan, and if they do, if the people react the same way. That's what I am interested in.
It's based on how this is.
Then no one's going to see the same thing.
Chris, where you at, Chris?
Zoom back out, hon. Zoom back out. You can keep up.
What's up?
Yeah, there you go.
Is Chris there, Alex?
He is here. Yeah.
Chris.
What's up?
Come on, what's your take?
I'm nervous. I got an 80-year-old mother-in-law who swears she's going to pick up a gun and they're going to fight block to block, street to street. I think that'll be what happens.
In Taiwan?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
I hope it doesn't happen, but it's not looking good.
What do you think of Schultz's take?
I actually just got reconnected, so I didn't hear it. What's the take?
Oh, go ahead, Schultz.
They're just trying to control landmass, and there's a very small landmass that Russia has to defend as long as the countries that, quote unquote, should be allies with Russia maintain like Russia's beliefs and political affiliations. So like if you look at it, I'm just going to go up to the TV real quick. It's probably
I like this. This is dope. This is like some goddamn.
Kenny to the board.
This is like the weatherman. Weatherman. There you go. To the board. To the board, Schultz.
These three countries right here, right? Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania. They're not necessarily.
Come on, you got to get on the mic. We got come.
What? Oh yeah. So those three countries don't necessarily side with Moscow. Actually,
Euthania,
EU countries.
Who'd you say? Euthania?
Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania.
Okay.
Right? But Russia doesn't give a fuck because if you notice, Russia's land also includes this. Okay?
Okay.
So it doesn't matter what's going on here because they're protected.
Okay.
Okay, I think that place is called like Kaliningrad or some shit. I'm not exactly sure. Belarus, part of Russia. Ukraine's supposed to be part of Russia. The only way that the rest of Europe can, if they have to on land, invade Russia is through, I believe, this patch right here. Okay? There's a mountain range that protects over here. If I'm not mistaken, obviously Black Sea, they could also come in. Oh, obviously Black Sea, they could also come in. So what they're doing is, it's like a game of Risk. They're trying to make sure that the only place they can be invaded was through this small area right here.
But here's the thing, Schultz. Why would they want him?
If they control all this area, if they don't control Ukraine, look at forces can go right up.
But why would anybody all of a sudden want to invade Russia? Where did this come from? Like, since when did Europeans decide they want to invade Russia? I never.
Diplomacy operates at a glacial pace, my friend.
When? Like, is that a thing, Chris?
I haven't heard it. I mean, the only thing I could imagine is Russia's sitting on a lot of gas, and we see how valuable gas is, right?
Oh, got you.
Russia is...
Well, the gas is only valuable now because they cut off the Russian supply.
Gas is always valuable.
Yeah.
Gas is always valuable. But
if they never put the sanctions on Russia, we wouldn't be in this situation.
No, because gas is always valuable. And also, like, if you look at Russia, it's just natural resources, right? It's massive land. Just so much fucking land you can't even imagine. And there's no rules. There's no, like, EPA.
Yeah.
You can just yank whatever you want out of the ground. You can pollute whatever the fuck you want. So it's like, they understand where they play in this game. Like, natural resources, that's it. And that's what we do. And their access to Europe is through Ukraine. So all those pipelines and all that kind of stuff, if you want to get their shit to Europe, it's got to go through Ukraine.
But nobody has tried to go over there. Russia as a fascist country, and it's also like they're a strong-ass military. Who's trying to actually
Nobody's
attack
trying.
Russia?
What happened to them,
especially in Europe?
Yeah, it's like it's going to come from one of the other, the U.S. or China or somebody. It's not going to come from Ukraine.
No. But what happens is if you have that landmass, it's way easier to attack Russia, one. And two, it's way harder for them to defend. So now they're going to have to defend triple the landmass that they would have to before.
But why would you fuck with Russia is my point.
Like, why would you
Why
fuck
would
with
any
Russia?
of those smaller European countries fuck with Russia when they can just drop a nuke?
Well, everybody can drop nukes, right? So the way
not
you do
Ukraine.
Yeah, that's right.
Not
Ukraine asking for handguns.
Not in Europe.
They need to do it now.
Not in Europe. Not in Europe, nobody can just drop a nuke. Maybe Germany.
Yeah, no, I think there are European countries with nukes for sure.
I don't know. I don't know. I just think it's something bigger going on that we don't know. And I feel like China's the wild card.
Europe wants to expand, right? Europe wants to expand, right? And they would like to expand into the former USSR or the former Soviet Union, right? Now there's all these countries that
I thought Russia wanted to reform the Soviet Union.
Exactly. So now you have these two converging ideologies. So this is Europe going, hey, we want to bring more of these countries into NATO, and Russia going, actually, not only do we not want that to happen, we want to get back to the Soviet Union. We want to get back to USSR.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So if you see NATO continue to advance, Russia's going to view that as an actual threat.
Yeah.
Because as far when
So
NATO
Russia insecure.
Hell yeah, they're insecure. As they should be.
Yeah.
I mean, they're a global player because of natural gas and all that kind of stuff. But in terms of like GDP, they're not.
Do they make this move without the China alliance?
Apparently, China told them wait until after the Olympics.
They did. That's what I heard.
Yeah, they did.
I read that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Not really. That's how bosses talk.
Yeah.
Fuck you, me. Wait till after the goddamn
This is crazy that we heard it. This is crazy. That's crazy that we hear this shit.
Social media, man.
Chris, what do you think, Chris? Hot take. Final hot take.
I don't know what, I mean, did you guys discuss the theory that basically Putin has a chronic disease, probably Parkinson?
Yeah.
Nobody has any value in that?
Yeah, I brought that up.
I can't figure it out. I can't figure out what the motivation is.
Yeah, I don't see. That's why I think he's some type of decoy, man. That's the main reason I think he's some type of decoy. Now, can you make sense of this stuff? If you sit down, yes, he's giving us a bunch of different reasons, but are those actually the reasons? I don't know.
Who knows?
I don't know. You know what fucked me up today? I was reading about the children's hospital that they say the Russian military blew up, right?
Damn.
And Nancy Pelosi gave a statement on it. But then Russia was like, that's fake news. We did not blow up a children's hospital. We took over a children's hospital.
Charlemagne.
And we took over
But
a
Russia always says everything's fake news, right?
But some of this shit is fake, though.
When war starts, truth dies. That's a famous quote.
Yes.
I don't know who said it. And that's on both sides.
That's
right
fire.
now. The
you should take credit for that. Don't
No.
If you can't remember who said it, it's a Schultz quote.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah. I don't know who said it. It was Mark Twain. Yeah.
Will Smith.
But it's like so everything right now is complete fake news on both sides. Like all the Ukrainian stories that we're hearing, like the Ghost of Kiev. You heard about the
That was
fighter
a video
pilot.
game.
So, everything. So, but
No, you know that was a video. That was an actual video game.
Oh, the footage that they used.
The footage was from a video game. That shit wasn't even real. You're talking about the fighter pilot from Ukraine that shot down 6 Russian jets.
Of course, but
it was
right
a
now,
fucking video game.
You just want to win the PR war, right? And if it makes you feel good, it continues, it stays. And that's the same thing happened in Russia. The same thing happened over here, and the same thing happening in, I'm sure, in the Ukraine. So it's like you have to be very delicate with the things that you digest from the war, because naturally we gravitate towards the thing that make us feel good. I love that Ghost of Kiev story. I want to be that motherfucker. Like I get into a jet and defend my
video
city.
game.
Like,
You can buy the video game. They told me the name of the game. But the funny shit about that, you know what's so funny about that, and everything Andrew is saying is true. It's hilarious to me when you're debating with people and they say things like, Nancy Pelosi said this and this and that. Oh, now you want to believe the government?
I don't believe nothing these motherfuckers
Nothing. I'm not believing Russia. I'm not believing America. I'm just listening to both sides. America said this happened. Russia said it's fake news. I don't know who's telling the truth. I'm not over there.
Gas prices up. That's all we need to know. Gas prices are up.
And then that's right. And then they say, but there's video. That don't mean that video is actually that scenario. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like that Ghost of Russia shit. That was from a video game demo. That shit was not real. So yes, they might show you a video of a building getting blown up and people being carried out. We don't know if that's going on in the Ukraine right now. We don't know. I'm not saying it's not. I just don't know
who we want to win, and we probably support all the things that show that they're doing a good job and they're killing it.
I know who I want to win.
Who?
America. Get these goddamn gas prices down. Okay.
Well, that's the fucked up thing if you think about it. Like Saudi Arabia said that they're not going to start, what is it called? I don't know. Then it's not more drilling of gas. What is it called? Extracting more gas? They're not going to pump more gas? I don't know what the term is, but basically
How
gas.
do you make gas?
Yank it out of the earth.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it does?
Yeah. So basically Saudi Arabia said they see that the gas price are the highest they've ever been. It's $150 about. And like
Then
Saudi
increase production.
The increased production. Thank you. So it's like, and Saudi Arabia exists because we allow them to exist. Like, don't get it fucking twisted. Like, you're there to give us fucking gas, bitch. Do you know what I mean? Like, so if we say turn that shit on, if we say turn that fucking shit on, no, because that shit got me tight. It's like we giving them fucking weapons, we giving them support. The only reason they exist is because we protect them so that they can exist. And then we're out here going, yo, we might need you to, what is it called? What is it called again?
Gas.
Increased production of gas.
Increased production of gas because we're hurting over here. And the only reason that you haven't been invaded by every one of your fucking neighbors is because we make sure you're not invaded by every one of your fucking neighbors.
Yeah.
And you're not going to print any more gas?
I'm tired of
increased production?
I'm tired
Come on now, yo.
I think I'm tired of America.
That shit got me tight. You are there because of our kindness.
Yes, but I think I'm tired of America being the world's police.
Great. Say what?
I'm tired of America being the world's
well,
police.
let us be the world's use the gas, people.
By the way, that's that's one thing that Trump was saying. That's why Trump wanted to take America out of NATO, which I don't agree with because that definitely would have been a green light to Russia. But he just wanted the Europeans to pay more.
Yeah.
He wanted the Europeans to pay a bigger
more,
share.
Their fair share.
Their fair share,
Pay what you're supposed to pay.
Yeah.
And they wasn't even doing that.
To another point.
Now all of a sudden they're going to think it's important to pay. Now when wars pop off, they're like, maybe we should give 2% of our GDP to protect ourselves. Because now you see it's real.
I was sitting back thinking about, I was like, damn, okay, so they cutting off, Biden signed the executive order to cut off Russia's the cut off the oil coming in from Russia, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, now somebody's about to get paid because somebody got to provide the oil.
Yep.
Sure.
Chris, I remember you telling me this a while ago. Was it Venezuela?
Venezuela and Iran are the two countries that stand above.
Yeah, Iran, the country we've been beefing with like crazy. All of a sudden, that's the homies.
But wasn't there some type of beef with Venezuela too?
Hell yeah,
but now
we
it's all good.
destabilized their whole government because they wasn't fucking with us.
And they just let 2 prisoners go because now they know they about to make some cash off America.
Of course. This is the game. This is the real
shit is
game.
big business, baby.
But this is what nobody wants to acknowledge. When we sit here and we bicker with each
It's
other
about money.
bullshit. This is the game.
It is. It's about
You're
business.
seeing the real game right now.
That's
and
right.
everybody's watching exactly how it goes down. We are talking to Iran. Remember the whole thing when we were just beefing with Iran for the last fucking 20 years?
Yeah.
All of a sudden now we best friends because we're buying oil?
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's all charade. That's why these politicians, I don't trust none of them what they say. Because when the shit gets real, they're on their knees sucking dick from oil from all these motherfuckers that they was talking shit about.
What if there's oil in those dicks?
But that's what the fuck they doing. Get down your knees. Start sucking.
Whoa,
man.
whoa.
Yes.
God damn. It's funnier. It's funnier when it's a guy.
It was.
That's the game, bro. That's the game. They gotta do it. They gotta do it. That's your job.
Oh,
you work for the
God.
people, right? What do the people need? Oil.
Listen,
Suck it up.
Listen,
Yo,
time out. Y'all probably listening to Andrew and like, damn, that sounds fucked up. But whether you call it that or kissing ass,
Yeah.
that is a politician's job.
Sucking dick.
Yes.
It's a
That's
reason.
their job, yo.
It's the reason they say you gotta go shake all the hands, kiss all the babies.
Yeah,
you gotta
yeah,
go
yeah.
be cool with people that's what they call it. That's what being diplomatic is.
Yeah.
Gotta go be cool with people who you weren't necessarily cool with. You know, you might have to make some peace with your enemies because now we're in a fucked up position.
Yeah.
You think that they thought in a million years they'd have to put sanctions on Russia again?
Again.
Do
No.
you think that anybody thought that after the Cold War and World War II they would ever have to do this again?
Nah.
Now they got to go find other oil supplies. That's why it was so easy to give people like Venezuela your middle finger. I don't need y'all. But guess what?
Oh, now we
need
do, huh?
you.
Now
we
it's
need
okay.
you.
Now things are cool.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's it.
We know what the fuck this shit is, bro.
I get it.
All right, let's do some asking idiots, man. And get the fuck up out of here.
I get all charged up on this shit, man.
I love it.
I do
These
love it too.
phonies.
I love it too.
I love it. I love
it.
I love hearing shows talk politics. I
They're
really
all
do.
phonies, dude.
Why the fuck you ain't did Mar yet, bro?
Say again?
Why you ain't did Bill Maher yet?
I don't know.
We got to make that happen. Shows need to be on Bill Maher. What we got?
Y'all seen the Batman?
No, I have not seen the Batman. I
haven't
don't
seen it yet.
support
I've been mad at
DC.
myself.
Don't support DC?
No.
Batman's
At all?
Batman.
I'm a Marvel guy.
Nah, Batman is Batman. Batman
Yeah,
is
you can watch
outside.
Batman. Yeah,
You know why I'm sick of Batman?
Why?
Because they keep telling us over and over how the fuck he became Batman. Don't you think we know it at this point? Do I really need to know the whole backstory and his
Well, he's
parents
born in
getting
a man
killed?
But you
Why they
can't
keep
say
telling us
that.
this shit
I
over
didn't
and
If
know
you're a
over?
Marvel fan, you can't say that because they do the same
Uncle
thing. They'll
Ben
orange.
was
No, they
fucking-
don't.
Yeah, they'll Spider-Man you up.
No, they don't.
You can't Spider-Man no more.
Yeah.
And
No, they
orange
don't.
is
No, they
non-Spider-Man.
don't.
Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
No, they don't. Listen, Spider-Man is on his 3rd movie, right? And we good on that. We don't need no more. They keep trying to sell us this Batman shit over and over. They should have left it alone at The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight was the cream of the crop.
It was.
There's nothing after that trilogy they
Yeah,
can
but
do,
you
I heard
bro.
need
this is incredible.
You need to humble him because the character is unlikable.
Batman?
Yeah, like if he doesn't have a fucked up origin story, he's just some rich dude that got all the technology and just beats up poor people.
Yeah.
I bet you in that
Poor
movie.
mentally unstable people.
Poor mentally unstable people. That's what
I
if
haven't
he's
even-
an orphan
He
whose
in New
parents
York.
got shot right in front of him. Then it's like, oh,
Nobody
okay.
feels sorry. You don't feel sorry for him. He's a billionaire.
He is a billionaire.
They don't feel
little
sorry
bit.
for billionaires. This era don't feel sorry for nothing that happened to a billionaire.
Yeah, that's
Ever.
true. That's true.
They don't give a fuck that your parents got killed.
Yeah.
They want to hear both sides. I'm serious. And guess what? They saw the Joker.
Why?
So now-
Yo,
they
yo,
saw the
yo,
Joker, and
yo.
they feel like he deserved it now.
I don't want to spoil the movie, but you hear both sides.
Really?
I heard
You
the
can
most
tell me,
grounded
'cause I ain't
Batman.
going- I don't give a
wanna
fuck.
see it.
Hey, you hear both sides.
Really? We saw the Joker, though. We know the other side.
No.
This one goes.
No.
I heard it's great.
You
I heard
hear,
it's really
you hear
grounded
both
and really
sides,
good.
bro.
Really?
Yeah, Batman was fucking the wife. The Joker wife.
What do you mean when you say you hear both sides? You hear...
Man, there's a lot of fake news out there, bro. There's a lot of fake
Now you
news
trying to
out
make him
there.
listen. Now you want to
So it was a murder. It was a murder-suicide.
You don't know what it is.
Bruce's daddy killed the mom.
You don't know what it is until you watch the movie, bro.
Well,
Something happened.
when that shit come on one of these streaming services, I'll go see it. There's no way in hell I'm going to a movie theater to see a DC film. Ever. I like DC villain films. Joker was fire. Harley Quinn was fire. All that other shit, no.
Mm-hmm.
No. Okay, what we got? Give us some Asking Idiots. Oh, this is a good one. Taco Slayer.
Yo, you remember when fucking weren't all the pilots that took down the fucking Twin Towers from Saudi Arabia? Chris, weren't they from Saudi Arabia?
They were from the Middle East.
I think the majority of them, yeah.
They were, right? And remember when we just kind of let that shit slide? Remember that shit? And now they're not going to fucking increase oil production? Sons of bitches.
Andrew's back.
Take that oil for our damn
They
selves.
let Saudi Arabia slide?
Yeah, they let them fucking slide. You could sue Saudi Arabia as like a private citizen, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, Chris, like on some civil suit, right?
Yeah, I mean, look, they and Israel are our closest allies in the Middle East, and I guess the idea is that's worth more than their involvement in 9/11. But, you know, U.S. doesn't want to mess with that relationship for whatever reason.
Do you know what I mean? Tell the boys it's time. Stop fucking around with this diplomacy. You know what I mean?
So where are you going to get your oil from then?
Dicks!
No,
we go in there. We go in there and it's our oil now.
No, the answer is we got to wean ourselves off of oil. I mean,
No, that is the answer. No, that is the answer.
Yeah.
Elon Musk is about to be the man, and then they're gonna take him out in 10 years. You got to wean yourselves off oil. We need new resources.
Yeah,
absolutely.
we need some new resources, but until then, we're gonna need some oil.
Yeah.
And if they keep acting up, then it's gonna have to be
we 30 years behind in
shit.
We 30 years behind with new energy resources, bro.
Huh?
We 30 years behind with new energy resources.
So in the meantime, turn on the fucking nozzle. Turn the nozzle, bro. Hey, it's that simple, bro. Turn on the nozzle. Are we gonna get all these Instagram thoughts have been over there while you shit on tables and then looking at them?
That's Dubai.
Same place.
Come on, bro.
It is?
They all go to Dubai for that.
Come on. They go to Dubai to have that
Get
shit
shit
happen,
on
bro.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, but not Saudi.
Yo, Saudis, I don't want
it's
no.
wild, right?
Yo, Saudis.
it's wild, right?
Yo, Saudis.
Yeah, it's wild,
Yo,
right?
Saudis.
It's wild, right?
Saudis. That's all shows who want that smoke. I don't know nothing about y'all.
That's
I don't
me.
know anything
That's
about
me,
y'all.
bro.
My geopolitics stops at Canada.
Let me tell you something. We're looking for
I don't
excuse.
know nothing you talking
We're
about.
looking for excuse. We're looking for an excuse.
Who's we?
Yo,
This is real American
boys
pride.
is
Real American gone. That's Andrew. I am America show. What was the name of the special? This is America. What was this? Oh, this is Andrew Schultz Saves America.
I'm gonna save America. I'm taking Saudi Arabia.
I don't know nothing about nothing he's talking about. My geopolitics stops at Canada and Florida.
Shout out to Canada. They got to turn on the spigots too.
He wanted it all.
Turn it up. Turn it up, bro. We get 50% of our foreign oil from Canada. Turn it on.
I don't know.
Turn it on.
Andrew Schultz.
Turn it
is
on.
the epitome of America.
I look out for my people, bro.
Andrew
if the American
Schultz.
people are hurting at the pump, your boy gonna start talking.
Andrew Schultz is the epitome of American arrogance.
Yeah. Turn it on.
And what's going to happen to America one day is just like when Thanos' daughter turned to Thanos and said they didn't even see it coming. And Thanos took off his helmet and said, the arrogant never do.
Yeah.
America got something coming to it. I don't know what it is, but it's just inevitable.
COVID.
We'll survive it. But it's coming.
What do you mean by that?
Don't worry about it.
What do you mean
with all
by
the
that?
smoke.
Because I'll be honest,
Don't you worry about it.
you could get it too. you sounded like the
You
ops
sounded
right
real
now, my
traitorous
friend.
right now.
I'm just saying. I can send the boys over there. Oh, you got pulled over in your little Cadillac. That's going to be every day. That's going to be every day.
That's what we saw.
Is this your car? Is this your car every day?
Every single day.
Imagine
Is this your country?
Listen, imagine how Benedict Arnold would get talked to in this era, bro.
Crazy, bro.
Yo, what is you saying?
Son. Hey, listen, we got to check who's on our side, who's not. I got to look out for the American people, bro, every day.
Them
Pulling
pumps
up to the
definitely
pump, bro.
Yeah, you gotta
that
chill
gas
out.
got to be under, none of this under $4. Gas going back to $1, bro.
I'm down.
If I see a
$1.69.
two,
Remember those days?
if I see a two,
That's a problem.
invasions. Invasion. Hey,
By the
Saudi
way,
Arabia, it's up to you. Do
time
you
out,
want to be
time
your
out.
own country or not?
You know that's how they think, though.
Of course.
That's how big politicians
calling
think.
us they. Keep calling us they. Keep calling us they.
I'm respecting you.
Pronouns is done. The pronouns is done. You know what I'm saying? And so my pronouns is we or y'all.
If you identify, don't you? Listen,
We
do
or y'all.
you not identify? You identify as a patriot.
That's it.
So you're a they.
No, my friend.
I'm a we.
No, it's we. It's we
It's
or
us.
y'all.
We are
us
us.
or them.
We are
It's us and them. That's what it is. Okay?
So them and they are the ops.
Them and they got the
they
oil.
want smoke, right?
And we want oil.
Yeah.
That's it. And it might happen.
Oh, man.
Turn it up. Turn the nozzle.
Listen,
Turn the nozzle. They gonna know. They gonna learn.
I did want to ask y'all about
They gonna learn.
Are y'all familiar with the Full Sin podcast?
The what?
The Full Sin.
Of course.
I never heard of the Full Sin podcast
Yeah, they
till
had
yesterday.
Trumpito on.
That's why I heard about it. But
Yeah.
but then I went down a rabbit hole. They get a lot of good guests and shit. Yo.
Oh, they've been killing. So the Full Send got the Nelk Boys. You never heard of the Nelk Boys?
No.
Oh, they're like a big YouTube channel.
I see, but I'm like, I want to know more about them.
Yeah, I mean, like massive, doing pranks and that kind of stuff. Like, got some funny ass videos.
What was their background? See, I respect people like that because that's how podcasts were,
and then
right?
they started doing a podcast.
But that's what I'm saying. People who you didn't know before open up the microphone before podcasts were real celebrity driven is what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
You know,
yeah.
where
But these guys are celebrities. They were
before
They're the
this.
biggest thing on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, So it's like, or maybe Mr. Beast is the biggest thing, but they're one of the biggest things on YouTube.
Got
and
you.
like massive tons of views. They start the podcast and they're able to, leverage their relationships to all these people that are incredibly famous and get them on podcasts. You don't often have like a Trump, or you don't have a Dana White
At
you don't
all.
have these people, doing it. So they've been doing some interesting videos. I was watching a little bit of the Trump one.
I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna watch it today
Yeah.
though. All right, well, salute to the Full Sin podcast.
But yeah.
All right, Taco Slayer says, do you guys think you could beat Putin in a fight?
Well, if the Parkinson's is true, and then also, is he 5'7"?
I don't know how tall Putin.
I thought Putin was like
5'7",
6'4" the whole time.
5'7",
He be
bro.
shooting.
Let me see.
He be shooting
5'7",
up the whole time. I thought he was 6'4".
We
I
also
found out
thought
recently
Stedman Graham was
he
a lawyer.
5'7". You did. You took me down that road.
Yes.
I'll beat the
He's
shit out of
5'7",
him.
right?
Yes.
I'll drag Putin.
He's 5'7".
Hey,
I'll
but
drag Putin
you know
to
who
the
also
Google.
could
Nah.
get beat up is the guy in Saudi Arabia that's not turning on the oil.
I'm down with that
Okay.
too.
Nah, Putin.
Right.
I
I got a truck and I ain't got time for this shit.
Bro, Putin fights
looking for a
bears,
motorcycle
bro.
Right now.
Say what?
Putin fights
That's Khabib.
bears.
Nah, that's true. Yeah.
That's Khabib, bro.
That's every person in Russia, if you ask us.
Fake news.
Bro, I seen the picture of Putin fighting the bear, bro.
No,
They
that's
brought that in for the
Khabib.
photo op.
Yeah.
Who's
Yeah.
Khabib?
The UFC fighter who really be fighting bears.
Yeah. He grew up fighting bears.
Yeah.
Let me
They got
see,
videos
bro.
of him fighting bears. Yeah.
His name is Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Yo, Putin wrestles with bears, bro.
Nah,
Stop
it's,
it,
it's
bro.
the one K8.
He wrestles with them, then he rides them.
Nah, you believe everything.
Damn,
He
what?
turns them into his
You
fucking
believe-
horses.
What
Yeah.
picture is
He
that?
turns bear into horses, bro.
Yeah.
That's a crazy picture, fam.
Yeah, you need to stop believing everything.
All right. Look at Putin.
Nah, that's definitely not Putin. That's Khabib right there.
Not if I put it on Instagram and say it's Putin.
That's true.
If I put that
That's
video on
true.
Instagram and say Putin
Real
wrestling
shit.
with bears, they're gonna say it's Putin.
But that's a nice bear. If that bear wanted to fucking destroy this guy, he'd beat the
Yeah,
shit out of him.
exactly. Yeah.
He have no chance with that brown bear, especially. Maybe a black bear you might could get away from. That brown, crazy as hell.
That's
That's
a
a
small
puppy.
bear.
That's
That's
a
not,
puppy.
that's not a big bear.
The puppy.
But even them puppies are strong as fuck.
They are.
Oh wow.
Fam, we got 5 minutes of them fighting bears. That's crazy.
Yeah, you ain't fucking with Putin, bro.
Man, get the fuck
Look at Putin.
out.
Putin handling that bear, bro.
Bro,
All right, come on, let's go to another question. We've already started a geopolitical war here on the Brilliant Idiots. There's
no,
a-
it's very simple.
There's a
bro.
Saudi Arabian podcast that used to be fans of the Brilliant Idiots. Now they want smoke.
They're gonna get a lot of smoke if they don't start turning on them fucking oil producers. What do they call that? Increase oil production.
Come on, Taylor. I don't like none of these questions. Oh, I like this. Baiku art. Is battle rap bullying or still an art form?
Shout out to my guy Pat Stay, man. Do you know who Pat Stay is?
No.
He is a battle rapper and he is hilarious. And his battle raps are kind of like comedy roasts. Like I've seen some of the battle rap shit and it's just like wild personal and like just dark and fucked up. I'm gonna kill you and I found out about your mom didn't love you and all that kind of shit. His shit is like roast but funny. And sometimes you'll see the dude that he's rapping against start to break and laugh. And I'm like, oh, this is a really interesting way of doing this because it removes like any sort of like potential violent
You know why
thing.
you there.
Say what?
So you know why you there.
Yeah, it's like, hey, we're going at who could be kind of funnier and who could roast the other one better. Like if you were roasting some dude and you on a bus, like, it's not, I'm going to say the meanest thing. It's like, how do I get everybody around here laughing?
Don't you talk about my mama, we all right.
Exactly.
But here's the thing. The reason I like this question, and we can end on this question. The reason I like this question is because I think it's an art form. The reason I think it's an art form is because you know what you signed up for. But I also think comedy is an art form.
Bullying can be an art form. Martial arts, like...
A lot of things that are art forms, they've turned to bullying.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying.
How you use it.
If you're a comedian and you're on a stage and you're roasting somebody in the front row, if you're a battle rapper and your battle rappers are super violent, right? So if I talk about shooting you 20 times, I don't really mean it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It just sounds good when you rhyme 40 with shorty and the cow make you.
But certain things that be said, you be like, fam, I don't know how you come back from
that's
like,
heavy.
They'll bring up people kids sometimes, and you be like, fam, what is even going on up here?
That's what I'm saying.
Because I'm styling on you.
Right, but what if a boxer is signed up to get punched in the face?
Yeah.
Well, they're going to actually do it.
By the way, that's another great example.
Yeah.
So when they have these press conferences, when they selling the fight, and they telling each other, SM, suck my D, and F your kids and all this and that, do they really mean it, or are they just selling the fight?
Fam. There's a thing. So there's a fighter named Colby Covington who just beat Jorge Masvidal this past weekend, right? And he's trying to promote a fight, or he would like to do a fight with Dustin Poirier. You guys know Dustin Poirier?
Yeah.
Great fighter as well. And
I thought he was retired. Oh, no, I'm thinking about Daniel.
No.
Never mind.
And basically what happened is Colby said, he goes, now Dustin has a wife, and Conor McGregor alleged that Dustin Poirier's wife DM'd him, right? They also have a kid together named Parker. Now Colby Covington said, hey, Dustin, get that Jezebel of a wife of yours and Connor's kid, Parker, implying that Dustin's kid is not his kid, but actually Conor McGregor's kid, on down to Las Vegas and let's have this fight. That is like wildly personal trolling, even for a fight game, fam.
But did she really jump in his...
fighting. This is a fight game. Like, this is like, I watch boxing, you watch boxing, say all type of shit, wild shit. So for me, I don't know if I care as much.
But your kid, though? Like,
did she really do it, though?
I grew up on hip-hop culture. Nobody addressing her. Nobody asking her. Did she DM him?
If she really DM it might hurt. If she didn't, it's like,
there's a screenshot.
It don't matter. I grew up on hip-hop culture. I grew up on Tupac saying, you know what I'm saying? That's why I fucked you fat motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I know why you're able to say it right now, because he really did it. He fucked his wife.
I don't know if he did or not.
He did, though.
No, she said it didn't happen.
You're right.
She said it never happened?
Yeah, she said it didn't happen.
What did they do?
We grew up with Nas saying he left, with Jay-Z saying he left condoms on Nas's baby mama's baby seat. Like,
Well, I don't know if he left that, but maybe they had sex. Him and
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, that's like regular. You're trying to get into somebody's head.
Right.
But
and then people died.
People
died because of that.
People did die.
Is that being a clown?
So maybe it's too far.
Tupac saying, I fuck your wife.
Maybe it's too far. Maybe that's what we're trying to say.
Maybe they went too far. You're right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right,
I think Tupac was too thorough for that, to be able to say, I fuck your wife and didn't do it. Like, that's kind of corny.
I don't know. I don't know. All I'm saying is I've heard worse things, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, and then worse things happened. I'm just saying, like, bringing like kids into that shit. Like,
this is different though, because you know the context of a fight. I'm fighting you. I'm trying to get in your head. I'm trying to fuck you up. And by the way, you said they're trying to get the fight made, right?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to force you to fight me.
Yeah.
I want to force you to fight me.
I'm gonna say anything.
I'm gonna force you to sign this contract by saying the wildest shit. So you sign this motherfucking contract and bring your ass in this ring.
And also, it's kind of like a good deal when you think about it, because it's like, how much would somebody have to pay me in order to insult my child and allow me to beat them up for it? Because it's not like you don't also get to fight the man who says some shit about you.
But you got to win that fight. If that man insults your child and then you get in that ring and get knocked out, now I'm your daddy. Now I'm your daddy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And your girl have to smash me because she already in my DMs. So that's a wild.
UFC don't pay enough though. You're right. Because for me,
Alex,
Mike Tyson them fighting, they get paid $100 million. Kobe don't get what, $1 million?
I don't know exactly how much they get.
Like maybe $500 $1 million or something like that. Versus like, I'm taking home $40 million. I might be okay with you saying a whole bunch of crazy shit, knowing that I got 40 M's on the way. Yeah. But if I'm out here fighting for UFC and I'm getting $70,000,
you know how many dudes would give you their wife for $40 million? They might give you their wife for $40 million.
Imagine what kind of. Wax so crazy. Wax quick to give away a wife. Listen, imagine.
I just thought you didn't want to say it, but I was like, that's probably you, Wax. Give away your wife for 40
Yes, he would. Yes, he would. Imagine the fight that he caused in the house, though. Because you got to go ask your girl, did you DM?
Oh,
boy. You know what I'm saying?
She already unsent it.
Yeah,
she definitely understands.
But you gotta ask.
No, he said he had a screenshot.
You gotta ask.
That could be fake.
But he's not gonna leave his wife over a DM. Who would do that?
Yeah, nah.
Who would do that?
that's
Who would
crazy.
ever leave their wife over a DM or because somebody likes it?
You'd have to be homosexual, I think, to do that.
Really?
Yeah,
Maybe.
Because you don't really want to be with women anyway, right?
Yeah, you don't want to be with women at all, so you'd be looking for a convenient excuse.
Yeah.
To leave over
I
something
agree. I agree. That's wild behavior. Like, why would you do that?
Real talk.
Like, that's silly.
100%.
Hey, come on.
Yeah.
All right. Steelo, thank you for joining us, my
Thank
brother.
y'all for having me, man. For real.
What's your Instagrams and Twitters and all that?
It's all Steelo, Brim across the board.
Make sure you go buy that collaboration album with him and Chanel West Coast. What's it called? It comes out on when?
Colorado Excursions, 317.
St. Patrick's Day. That's right. And that's dope that you got Chanel on. Ain't she
Chanel's
Irish?
not on my
She
project.
Irish, right?
Shout out to Chanel. She's
from Colorado.
She's actually Russian.
She's from
But
Colorado.
she's actually Russian, but she's not on my
Look at
project.
Chanel.
Yeah.
What?
It's
I
dope.
said she's Russian.
Oh, she's Russian?
Yeah.
Oh,
You should put her laugh on your intro. That'd be dope.
Don't tell people that at a time like this. You really trying to get Chanel fucked up?
What?
That's fucked up, yo. Chanel, I fuck with you, yo.
I fuck with you too,
Tell
Chanel.
your cousins to give us some more gas.
As always, if you listen to this podcast, you think we're smart, you think we're intelligent, you think we're brilliant, you're absolutely right. But if you think we're just a couple idiots who don't know shit, you're right too. It's the Brilliant Idiots Podcast. Thank you for listening.